Hello everyone! Welcome folks to the grand finals of CBLOL Academy. And what a long journey it feels like it's been. 12 teams, and we're down to the final two. Neither of which, by the way, were finalists last split. Last split it was Kaboom Academy winning it all with Liberty Academy coming in second place. This time it's K-Stars up against Pain Gaming, and both these teams, they were in the winners finals. And I said it then, I'll say it now. It's not unexpected that we're seeing them here in the grand finals. Both of them playing incredibly well. K-Stars, this team, it feels completely revamped under Coach CL and the staff that got brought on. And they are the quintessential academy team, I feel like. Out of nowhere, a lot of sort of lesser known, or I shouldn't say lesser known names. Like there are a lot of experienced players on this team in the academy scene, and they've been really improving a lot this split. Their macro is the cleanest in the league. Pain Gaming Academy, they made it to the grand finals a different way. It wasn't about the macro for this team. It was a lot about the tenacity, about the team fighting, about clutching up when it matters. Yeah, Pain Gaming Academy just did it when it mattered. Yesterday, their match was absolutely insane. The way they came back from something like a 7-8K deficit against a super strong early game composition. Absolutely nuts. I'm hoping today we get a full 5-game series, because if Pain Gaming Academy show up the way they did yesterday against K-Stars, it will be a good series, undoubtedly. What's really funny to me too is sort of the trash talk between Marvin and Mortius a little bit, these two bot laners. Oh man, yeah, this play from Marvin. Marvin was huge yesterday, but in the series against in the winners finals between Marvin and Mortius, Mortius was the one who came out ahead. Picked Zeri every single game. And I know yesterday Marvin was talking about, he's going to win if he gets Zeri. So I expect that particular pick to be very, very hotly contested. Interesting that they're showcasing Yups and Tyrion, the two top laners for these teams. Because in that series, the top laners, frankly, didn't really get a lot of showtime, unfortunately. The meta right now is not favorable to top laners because of the risk of lane swaps coming through. And in their match last time, these two teams did not lane swap a single time. Like, they just went hit-to-hit non-stop, and I love that. Kind of hoping to do that, and I'm kind of hoping both Tyrion and Yups get carries, because both of them can carry. Both of them are amazing Aatrox players. Kind of super hyped for that. Pain on the other hand. Geeks and Marvin are actually really they look really tall. Yeah, Tatu had some interesting series coming through. In the upper finals, Tatu was a really big part of how they got early leads, but he was also a big part of how they kind of ended up throwing some of those leads. And in the lower finals, Tatu started out kind of wild. It backfired a lot against Kaboom Academy. It felt like Scary just had his number. But he just played it kind of safe, and that actually ended up being better for Pain Gaming Academy in the end. Pain Gaming Academy, very late game skilling style team, so yeah, I don't know if it fits Tatu's style necessarily, which is unfortunate because I do like the way Tatu plays. I do like the aggression and playmaking. But yeah, one of the best strategic teams in the game against one of the best tactical teams in the league. Very much looking forward to this one.
Muito boa tarde, Gruntar, Colossus, Arena CBLOL, Costream. Estamos na grande final aqui do nosso CBLOL.
I don't know if you can hear in the background. Turn on the volume so you can hear the background. The chants of the Pain Gaming fans, Shadi Sal. And you can hear the Warriors chant too. There's a good turn. I hope they show us the crowd again, because the crowd is showing up big right now. Yeah, Morty is definitely one of the players to watch. I'm not sure what this means, 9J. But yeah, you can see his stats. I mean, to me, the two players in CBLOL Academy who are probably the best performing right now were Dioj on Kaboom Academy and Mortius on K-Stars Academy. I will say though, for Pain Game Academy, Cats and Marvin are both players to keep an eye on as well. Both these guys are definitely popping off. Marvin especially impressed me incredibly yesterday. it wasn't just the Xayah game, though that one certainly stands out with the way it clutched out. Yeah, his numbers showed he was a top 4 AD carry. But in this playoffs, he's scaled up. Like, beginning of the split wasn't as good for him, and the fact that he ends like top 3, top 4, I think speaks a lot to how much he's improved throughout this split, really. Oops, my phone popping off as well. Yeah. That last game where he was on the Kai'Sa too was absolutely cracked. Marvin is definitely showing off his mechanics. I feel like Kai'Sa especially is a champion that in the current state she's in, she's not as OP as she was with the poke build. You pick Kai'Sa when you think you're better, when you think you can just outplay. It's a very mechanical champion, but also strong decision making. Like, you have to know when you can go in because she shows short range, and because she dashes in. If you mess up the dash timing, you go in too early, you die. You go in too late, you don't do enough damage.
Muito constantes, ele, como a Lagolas falou, que vem vindo numa constância muito grande, é cara que você pode confiar dentro da VKS para entregar o que o time precisa.
E é até curioso porque a Cade e a PEN fizeram um número de jogos
this bot lane could be very, very high prio. I think last time they played, the teams... Yeah, PNG just ran blue side the entire time. I actually do think blue might be important because of the Zeri priority. And because of potential overlaps, right? There's the Aatrox overlap, there's the Zeri overlap. Junglers, both of them like their supportive utility picks as well.
Parada é a seguinte, vamos começar já a nossa história. Vamos
a lot of Raul, Maokai.
Eu tava de olho justamente nessa Rek'Sai.
Not so much Sejuani. Oh, Vi as well, I expect to see permabanned by one of these two sides. Because I think Vi is going to mess up a lot of the Zeri play, the Zeri priority. We might see Xayah come in if they leave Vi open. But yeah. For now, that's kind of what I'm expecting priority-wise. Rek'Sai first ban. To give credit to Tyrion, I think Tyrion did really, really well with how he played the Rek'Sai last time. Was really good at following up. Oh, come on, Pain. I'm not happy about this. I don't think we needed to. What happened to picking Zeri? Yeah, blue side. You get first pick. That's the whole point of the blue side. And that last series, they were first picking their AD carry. It was a lot of like Lucian and Varus. Ooh, something's wrong with my mouse. It's cutting out a little bit. Oh, well. Okay, Rumble ban against Tyrion. Very fair. Yeah, I actually really don't like the Rek'Sai ban because I think you let the Rek'Sai through and then you pick Aatrox instead. I think that's a better option for Pain. But for whatever reason, they opt not to do that, so we'll have to see how that goes for them. Okay. Yeah, the flex Jax between Yups and Tatu was pretty big. I think it was game 1 that they did it. Yeah, the game 1 flex with Tatu was really good, and then into game 3. Okay, so yeah, we're still seeing the AD carry priority as we expected. I think Varus is really, really strong. And it's interesting to me that Mortis is now picking up the Lucian, because Lucian didn't work for Marvin last time. So if Mortis can play through the Lucian well, then it becomes a problem for Pain Gaming, that they have to either ban or pick the Lucian. And if you pick it, can you execute it? To be fair, Pain Gaming won against the Lucian yesterday, but it was a really tough game. That was the 7-8k deficit game for them. Ooh, he is here. Poor Cats did really well. Yeah, I think it speaks a lot to the individual players that we're not seeing the Azir ban come through, because there's so many other high prio picks that must come through instead. Also, the AD carry focus tells me that we're not likely to see lane swaps either, because usually we want to see lane swaps, you'll see like Sion priority or top lane priority. The Maokai we were talking about between Theiti and Tatu. That sort of really strong utility pick. And then, yeah, Lucianami, you kind of have to. So top laners have definitely fallen by the wayside. Heavily. We're also looking for mid for Cade stars. Mid and top.
A Nami locada, então,
And then
pra
for
equipe
Pain,
da
we're
VKS.
looking for
Quero ver nos banimentos
top and
da
jungle.
equipe da Cade. Porque eles sempre retiraram o Atrox do Yups. E ontem, quando passou o Atrox do Yups, ele amassou.
E ele virou o jogo, né?
Okay, so they got a blind. Well, I guess you pick mid here for Hate Stars. I'm curious if they try and ban things out, like the Corki. And then maybe either and probably Talia here. I think you leave Ari open. Or they might just go Ari Talia and then go for the Corki and leave the Corki open. I'd rather see the Corki banned and then you force them to go Ari for more early game power. Because we've seen Pain been able to kind of survive through rough early games and then scale up into late. So I'd rather see the Corki ban. Yeah, good pinch. I like the vibe ban. That's a good shout. Rel could still be picked up. We are up 14.6. Rel is still viable. I think it says a lot that they actually banned the Sejuani instead. Oh yeah, actually I forgot about Yasuo. Yeah. Did Lynx even play the Yasuo? In the last series, I don't think he did. Yeah, I forgot about the Yasuo because I was thinking of that more as a cat champion, and for cat specifically, like there was the casted answer. So yeah, there you go, Corki. This is good for Hate Stars. I really like it. Corki does more magic damage than physical damage, and it gives you scaling as well. So you use Lucian Nami to bridge, and then you pick the Corki, and because you get last pick as well, you can pick like a carry here. So you see the Renekton there. Okay, probably maybe not Aatrox. I mean, you could still pick Aatrox if you're feeling spicy, but I think it's a bit risky. Yeah. Now it works. I'm good with that. Like, you pick something with a bit of damage, not straight tank the top lane. Hello, Dark Knight. Good afternoon, good morning. Wait, it's afternoon in Brazil. Good afternoon. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, okay. Really solid draft. I like K-Star's draft. Good response. Yeah, I don't think Azir is as blind pickable anymore with Asol and Corki both in meta. Okay, guys, I don't know what's going on with my mouse, by the way. Like, you can see it's cutting out. So the writing is going to be kind of weird today. I don't know why. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to check my connection to make sure my mouse is connected properly. I might have to disconnect and reconnect my mouse.
Tem bastante zagueiro no time da VKS também, cara, porque tem na real não tem tanto, não, pô, eu ia falar que tem, mas aí eu olhei pro Nar e eu olhei pro Maokai e falei assim, pô, esses dois seguram legal. Mas aí tem uma Nami, a Nami com a onda, beleza, ela defende. Mas não vai fazer aquele corpo, pode gerar espaço.
É zagueiro Nutella, Colossi. A Nami é zagueiro Nutella, cara. Não vai fazer corpo.
Vai criar, vai mexer, pode mexer nas marés do combate em seu favor, pô.
Você tá arrumando...
Nope, I tried to disconnect and reconnect my mouse and it's still giving me grief, so... Okay, well, it is what it is today. I'll try and fix it later, but... Hey, the fan groups.
Olhando pra proposta, tipo, como que eles começam o jogo e como que eles vão crescer.
I don't know if it's just the camera, but it feels like when they're showing the Kate Stars fan, there are more ladies than when they show the paint fans.
O Morteus e a bot lane da VKS vai ser mais o foco do início e meio de jogo, mas meio que a PEN também, né?
Okay, first game in the grand finals. Yes, Dark Knight. So I do. Like, I have to left click and hold to right. Yeah. But you can see, like, it's cutting in and out a little bit. Oh, wait, it's working now. Nope, never mind. I jinxed it. Yeah, I don't use like a tablet or anything because this is all on my computer, right? So I don't have touchscreen. I swear, my handwriting is not as bad as what it looks like on screen. It's because I'm using a mouse to write. Not that my handwriting is good, but sometimes it's borderline illegible here on the screen. Okay. We've seen this a lot from Pain, actually. Level 1 aggression coming through, delayed or otherwise. So this is only to be expected that we see attempted invade, because if Tatu can't do it himself, he'll do it with the team. Okay, bot lane's probably going to get absolutely hammered by the Lucian Nami. Well, it's still a bit better actually, so bot lane is quite volatile. I would like to see both junglers kind of path for bot and try and play for the bot lane because it is volatile. If Lucian gets set behind, you can absolutely punish it. And if Lucian gets set behind, it's such a... The value of this lane is greatly reduced. And Hill of Blades Varus is one of the lanes that can actually deal with Lucian. It's not easy, but it's doable. Mid lane's going to be really boring. Excuse me. As long as both mid laners play safe, you'll be fine. Top side favors Kate Stars.
Não vai acontecer, justamente. O cara tá indo porque ele tem um plano.
Muito bem, meus amigos.
Yeah.
Tá feito.
Okay, interesting. So Tati did Raptors into bot side for early cover, early gank. Tatu is starting a Raptors clearing down. I think it'll be a reverse clear actually. I don't think Tatu's going to make a bot side play right from the get-go. Could be wrong. But, yeah.
A equipe da VKS, nos 3 jogos que venceu na última série contra a PEN, pegou...
A little bit unfortunate. You could see what Giggs wanted to do there. They were trying to hit level 2 and then go in. But because Marvin didn't get the last hit off yet, they ended up going at level 1. And that's why they just like do small trade. They just needed to wait a little bit longer. Like 1 minion. They were trying to time it like perfectly so that Mortius and Talos wouldn't have time to react. Now you don't get the level 2 burst that normally comes in with this bot lane. Hill of Blades. I'm okay with Hill of Blades. They have the... Oh, actually they have Hill of Blades is here too. Damn, that's actually interesting. Not what I'm used to seeing with that one. Tatu cut his hair? Wait, did he? Hold on. Oh, you know what? He might have cut it before he came here, that's why. I was like, it looks the same as... I thought this looks the same as what I saw on... when was that? Thursday? When they played Winners Finals? But he probably cut it before he came, that's why. Oh, Tatu. This is really interesting pathing from Tatu. He does not full clear topside.
Tatu vai direto pra cima dele, o Yups
okay.
vai check também, hein? Foi ator do lado, vem no avanço é torcido, joga o Yups pra trás.
Can they kill Daisy? No. But they zone him out. They slow him down again. See, this sort of invade, this sort of punishment from Tatu, I appreciate. Because you don't set yourself behind. Or even if you set yourself behind, it's very minor, right? Like you path up top, sure, you lose that, but you're going to be able to rotate here, get rid, go pick up Scuttle, and then keep clearing. It's efficient pathing, right? Like you're not losing out too much. And we saw Tati kind of do something similar with his path, clearing path as well, starting at Raptors and moving down, so it's not like Tati's significantly ahead. I like this. No shot! Tati stole it! Okay, Tatu could have taken it, I think. I think he just got a little bit greedy with the smite, so Tati actually ends up getting it. That's kind of... Okay, you know, all that efficiency I was talking about just backfired for Tatu. Like, you just lost all that time you gained. Rest in peace. Again, I like the idea from Tatu. It just needs to be executed a little bit better. And again, despite all of this, Tatu is still up a level. Up experience, despite not even full clearing his top side right now. Oh! Zealots lives! Oh! Hilveros just missed. Nice. Good aggression. This is the pain gaming we saw in the winners finals, getting nice big early leads. 1k. Again, a lot of this is from Tatu, right? Tatu is being very aggressive. You love to see it. Now the question is whether Pain can keep it. Ooh. And that's why you run Hail Blades, baby. It's not very helpful late game, but in the laning phase, it's very, very nice. Yeah, this is a choice that Tati opted into to fight Tatu. I think he kind of forgot a little bit that Rel gets stronger as the fight goes on due to her passive. She's stealing stats away. And unfortunately, early on, Corki, Maokai don't have a lot of damage, so... Yeah, that resistances they're getting is very, very effective. Tati gets one Void Grub. That's fine, you're just taking one from each set. But Tati is quite far behind right now. Link's eating spears for lunch. Sandy spears too. Those sand soldiers. Taste bad.
começou o stun, tomou toda a sequência e se complicou na jogada. O Giggs, que já tá fazendo
Good
miséria
sweeper from
lá no
Giggs.
bot, tá expandindo os territórios dele.
Top side's not going too badly, honestly, for Yups. Normally this is kind of a bad matchup. Ooh, Tyran's hop puts him in a really bad position.
Porque o Dominus foi utilizado. Só pra dar aquele susto. Tô bravo, tô
A bit of a
bravo.
yikes.
Mas
It's
vai
still
ficar
okay.
por isso mesmo, não tem minion,
Yeah,
não
if
tem
your
nada.
Renekton's like coming out early,
Vai
even
pra
against the
baixo,
Nara, that's
mas
good for
não
him.
necessariamente, às vezes só dá aquela marotagem mesmo, porque ele não tem teleporte, né? Vamos ficar ligado. Tatu usa aqui a flor evidente, tenta ganhar um pouquinho de visão, não encontra...
I'm actually a little bit surprised we don't see more Ghost Flash on Renekton against Nara.
Olha o engage, pra cima do Morteus,
Okay, Mortius burns cleanse.
não deixa. Veio o
Tell us no
Tatu,
flash. It's just that easy. Hail of Blaze Verse, one of the few lanes that can actually win against Lucian. Marvin making a case to be the top AD carry this split. I mean, I had Mortius and Skuro as the top. Marvin already beat Skuro. If he can beat Mortius in this series, yeah, Marvin makes a huge statement in his debut Academy year.
Ficou ali meio vendido no lance, conseguiu sair, mas a troca é muito explosiva, é muito dano desse Varus junto.
These mid laners.
Que apesar de ser um suporte tanque, também oferece
That is
bastante
a
dano.
boring lane for
Quando
them to
ativa
deal
o
with.
seu W com o seu E também, e a PEN agora mais uma vez vai dominando objetivos. Dessa vez é pela parte inferior.
Yeah, they burned the cleanse. Unfortunately, they didn't get the flash out of Mortius. So Mortius is still okay for Kate Stars. It's very rough for this bot lane that they are dying so much, but Mortius hasn't died yet. Or, sorry, not that they're dying. I mean, they didn't die the first time, but they are getting forced out and losing the matchup. For the Lucian, he's still pretty decent in the mid game as well. And Mortius is not falling behind in terms of CS. So for Kate Stars, it's not doomed quite yet. It's just really unfortunate that the strong bot lane he picked is not able to pop off. You've still got scaling from the Corki, and Nara's still decent later on in the game. So it's not terrible for Kate Stars. I really like the fact that they dropped some insurance. Varus will be better though, late game compared to the Lucian, to be fair. I'm not sure the Pain bot lane was supposed to be this suppressive. To be fair, yeah, I knew it was going to be a decent matchup. I didn't think it was going to be a great matchup. But yeah, Marvin and Giggs are definitely making this work. Yeah, I think Marvin definitely has a chip on his shoulder from the last time they played, because Mortius won that matchup pretty handily on Zeri all 4 games. So Marvin definitely did some homework. Marvin and Giggs definitely did some homework. Yorkson, Marvin at his prime? I don't know. I think this guy's just getting started. But yeah, right now he's looking the best, definitely, that he has all split. This AD carry, this rookie has definitely been, he's skilling the way you want to see rookies skill. You know, like he's just getting better and better and better. And you love to see it. Maybe he'll be the next big Brunsey. The next CBLOL bot cap.
Meio que naquele poke, né, com expurgo, mais o buff da Nami, aí sim, eliminando a vida, né, minando a vida do adversário, ele consegue eliminar.
Yeah, Yups is actually up CS right now.
Isso é interessante, o jogo tá bem movimentado, agora a gente vai ter a segunda.
He's behind in TP though, which is on one hand good because it means that Yups held his TP longer than Tyrion in laning phase, but it's kind of also bad because you're going to be desynced. And no, it should be up for Dragon, so it shouldn't be too bad.
O Giggs tá limpando visão, foi visto Tatu.
Foi visto ali no momento certo, o time da Cade impede.
Yeah, poor Mortius and tell us they're getting bullied. Where's Stati, man? You need to be helping out this bot lane a little bit. Yeah, you're level 6 now, so Stati ganks actually could be quite effective. There's no cleanse for Marvin and Giggs. Not on Pain though. I doubt anyone is going to take Titan's place for a long time. True. That is very, very true. Titan's gonna be like the next BRTT, you know, the next sort of legacy AD carry, I'm sure, in CBLOL. He already kind of is. He just needs to actually win on Pain to be the next BRTT. I mean, but there are spaces, I think, for us. There are some spots for a good AD carry. What I just hope for Marvin, this is his first split, right? I don't know if he'd just be promoted right after his first split, but yeah.
Vai conseguindo essas vaciladas, vai logo tudo de uma vez. O Yups não deixa o Tyrion se aproximar, Tyrion simplesmente pula pra longe.
Oh, good dodge out.
Vamos ver como é que fica, porque
Okay, here we go.
Mas o bot tem jogada, hein? Tem chegada do Tyrion, expulso.
Colleen does half health, but Tillas almost dies! Tillas dies! Did he get minion blocked? Because there was no commitment from Theti and Mortius. No, it's Chains of Corruption, not Minion Block. Okay, Chains of Corruption caught Telas. Man, Telas is having a really rough game on this Nami. Hot damn.
Mas eles perdem o dive, perdem também o suporte da parte inferior da turma.
I can hear the pain fans chant. Chinese sound in the background.
Apenas a ultimate do Marvel Giggs também fazendo um escudo de corpo, eles colocando na
Oh
frente
man,
da
the lethality
distância,
build.
Kai, assim, não alcançar
Yeah,
o seu atirador.
I understand why we're going lethality verse here when you've got the Azir to do consistent like DPS, sustained DPS. But I will say there will be tanks on the other side, so the poke from Marvin needs to hit the right targets. You can't just auto shred through everybody on that team. Yeah, that bot lane is definitely Jover. Again, the nice thing about Lucian is you tend to go static shift rapid fire cannon, so you still have really good wave clear. So even if you aren't going to be able to dominate the lane, you still have good wave clear. You still have pretty decent poke as well, or burst trades. Oh, this was huge. That I didn't even see that animation come through, but it lands right as the bubble lands too. So, really unfortunate for Telas. I don't think Telas saw it either. The color of it is so hard to see. So Telas didn't flash it. Really unfortunate. Okay, this does mean that for K-Stars, trying to contest these mid-game objectives are going to be kind of hard. Pain should be able to pick up 2 dragons, second and third Drake, fairly easily, as long as they don't screw up. By the way, late tier from Marvin as well. This is a very late tier. So Marvin will be in a bit of a power trough, but he's far ahead enough, I don't think it matters. Yeah, as long as Marvin doesn't get out of position, he can just poke that. Yeah. Oh, the flank behind. 2 flanks. Oh! And he gets the blast cone! Chains of Corruption whiff though, doesn't matter. They're just too strong with lethality right now! It's a wipe! It's a wipe, Pain! This is the Pain I was really hoping would show up today, and I am so glad they're showing up today. This is the Pain that took down Kaboom Academy yesterday, that gave us a beautiful game 3. They are scrappy, they are playing well for their leads. Yeah, I think maybe, you know, on Thursday, Pain Gaming Academy nerves a little bit, because this was not how they were playing. Their decision making was really sus. This time, really well played. I especially love the fact that Yups held the engage when the TP came through, because they see both TPs coming in, and you can see Yups in the fog of war. They toggled fog of war too, so we saw that Yups waited, went in, hit the blast cone, picture perfect. They forced the situation, and because the bot lane, Mortius and Telas, is not far ahead enough, this fight is so hard to play out. If they were ahead, even if they were ahead, they still probably get screwed. But when they're behind, there's just no shot they can do anything there. And it's now 6-0. Pain are just dominating. Yeah, hey, Volks, welcome. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I'm a bit shocked at how good they are too. I mean, I don't feel like K-Stars did anything wrong. Like, that was a good TP from Tyrion. They were cutting off flank. The only mistake I guess K-Stars made was even looking at that dragon, but I can't even blame them for that. That's like a normal play, right? You just kind of look for that. They didn't realize how many wards were behind them. And then the TP play from Yups was just massive there. Really well played. I'm curious to see how K-Stars are looking to come back in the mid game. They still have skilling with the Corki. The poke can be really good, but the problem is that you're really far behind right now, right? No major item completed. You had to spec into a Hex Drinker, so you're behind. And then you're down like 4k gold as well. I don't think they can contest with third Drake. So you're fighting for soul, which is risky. I don't know if you'll be fully online by then. In Cat's Azir you trust. Hell, true. Cat's Azir has been really good. He won yesterday too. It was the Corki matchup too, right? Yesterday that he won? Let me double check that. Yeah, it was the Corki matchup that Cat's actually managed to win too. Like, granted, Dios did really well, and I expect to see Lynx do really well too on the Corki. But yeah, the playmaking ability of Cat's is insane on this champion. And I mentioned this earlier, he's running Hail Blades. I had questions about that, but actually it's working out really well. Because Pain is going for these early fights, the Hail Blades is actually doing a lot of work. Because the upfront burst damage they're putting down is huge. And the fact they caught Lynx and Mortius in that last fight was massive. Like, they caught them very early. I think the Blast Cone caught Lynx and... was it Deity or Telos? But Mortius got picked off by the shuffle really early.
de ataque, né? Naquele ponto
Pipe.
na luta, então a PEN, melhor itemizada, com mais vantagem, conseguiu vencer.
E o grande lance é que o time da Cade vai ter que
Yeah, from Kate's point of view, I don't feel like they did anything too wrong. I just think that the fact that bot side got very little attention from Theti, and Morty's got set behind is a bit of an issue. I just think that Kate Stars will not pick Lucian next game, that's all. Like, it's not a draft error. Lucian can be very strong if you can win the lane. But if you can't win the lane against the Varus, either you need to ban the Varus if you want to pick the Lucian, or you just flat out ban the... or just don't pick the Lucian in the first place.
Isso, a PEN já tá com os dragões estacados.
That's a lesson Pain had to learn last time too, don't pick the Lucian.
Favorável pra equipe da PEN. E com essa derrubada da torre central, a VKS vai
Okay, we're pushing all these in without Herald. Outer bot lane turret is exposed. Tyrion needs to start running now. Tyrion has to know that they're all coming for him. Yeah. Good disengage. You see Lucian, you count a loss. That's fair. That's fair. Squirrel's Lucian was pretty good, but even then, yeah. In CBLOL, I see Lucian. I think he had like 100% win rate, but like to the end of the split. But yeah, here in Academy, he's like a 40% win rate or something like that. I checked it the other day. It was not good. I think a lot of that has to do with just how teams play. I'm sure in scrims, Lucian absolutely smashes because teams play more aggressively in scrims and they are willing to make mistakes. But here on stage games, especially in the grand finals, teams are more likely to play conservative. Though Tatu did play very aggressively, and I like that. And that's why, one of the big reasons I think why Pain has such a big lead was Tatu's early invades to shut TT down. Okay, again, Herald still in Pain's pocket. It might be expiring soon, but they got all outers without using Herald. You think the Academy ADs are either too aggro or not aggro at all? Yeah. True, I think I love the early game champions like that, right? Like Kalista, Draven especially, Lucian. Yeah. I agree. Oh, Yub's overextended. Oh, he's just getting kited. He can't even get any damage off. That's really unfortunate. That's fine. Yub's getting caught there is just to buy time, right, for everything else. That's why the Herald I kept pointing out earlier was kind of important. Yeah. Okay, and the call was instead of pushing mid, we just go for Dragon. We get their Drake for free. Do we get a charge? Hey! That was a good Herald use. It's no longer a perfect game because Yubs died, but hey, worth it for the win, right? The Pain fans are going nuts. You know what? If Pain couldn't get it done in CBLOL, Pain Academy will get it done in Academy.
O Arauto, de repente, saiu dos planos ali da equipe da VKS. E essa parte inferior, nessa rota inferior, já virou uma rota
Okay,
longa
item check. Lynx has Mirror Mana completed now. One item. Cats is about to complete second item. I wonder if we're just going to see Death Cap straight up instead of a Zhonya's first, because Seeker's on Grab hasn't been popped yet, and you can just wait on that item, because really it's the status that matters for that. Bot side, Opportunity and Ghost Blade completed. So 2-2. Again, very late tier, so the Mirror Mana is going to be very late for Marvin. This is probably the closest spike Kate Stars are going to have in terms of items for the next while. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Lynx to come online. I think two items. Actually, no, 3 items because Hex Drinker doesn't count. And then Lynx will start being meaningful in this game. Azir going for Death Cap. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because double needlessly large rod, and on top of that, again, Seeker's Arm Guard has the active as well. As long as you don't break it, you can hold off from buying Zhonya's. Yeah, no need for Zhonya's early. Just to accelerate, yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, he's also not being threatened. He's 2-0-2, and I don't think I've seen Cat's health bar low since laning phase. Yeah, Baron's on the table, but lethality Varus doesn't take it very fast.
Pode conseguir o roubo, pode conseguir
Pain
uma
is
outra
far ahead
coisa.
enough. I'm actually not sure whether or not Pain can
Então não
try and
vai
sneak or not sneak, but can
totalmente,
force an
ele
early
vai
Baron.
destruindo um pouco
Because
ali das
on one hand, they don't have the
resistências
comp for
também
it, but on the other
que
hand, they are so far ahead, they might have to
Então
gold for
pode
it.
ser um momento delicado de volta
At this point, Pain Comp can just sit on vision 100 to 0.
pra
Yeah.
eles conseguirem retornar no jogo.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen it happen
Aqui minha
already.
cartilha, tá
Aham,
falando aqui, ó, 5.000 de ouro, vantagem nas rotas, hora de fazer barão. Tá
The problem is
escrito
trying to
aqui na
force Kate
cartilha.
Stars
Mas
into them
aí
because
também
Kate Stars
eles
knows this
também
too.
têm a
And so Kate
possibilidade
Stars is
de
avoiding fighting as much as
Ah,
possible until
sai.
they can find a pick.
Também, né?
Mas é aquele
So
formato,
it's
aquela
on Pain at this
forçada,
point to
aquela
actually make
forçada,
plays
porque o
happen
time
so that they're not
aqui
wasting
saiu
time and
do
giving
jogo,
Kate Stars a chance to get back into the game.
Pra mim, a teamfight da PEN
They don't need to force
é mais
anything, just let the time
forte
pass.
do que a teamfight da VKS. A VKS depende de uma teamfight um pouco mais separada. Se
Dark Knight, you referring to
juntar,
Kate Stars or to Pain when you say that? Ooh.
Se juntar e fizer uma
That's the
teamfight
shuffle down, and
organizada,
Cats have health.
a lineup da PEN, o draft da PEN é mais favorecido para essa teamfight organizada.
Principalmente nesses espaços pequenos, né? Como é o
Exatamente.
espaço ali.
Okay, Death
do
Cap
Barão,
completed for
tem a
Cats.
ultimate da
Ooh,
Bell,
that's
que
gonna
do
chunk.
Vazir encaixa melhor. A ultimate do Varus pode ir pingando nos adversários.
Okay.
E o Giggs foi encontrado aqui, na verdade, ele que encontrou
We are just messing with AT.
mas o resto da PEN tá meio longe, o Tatu obrigado
Tatu
a
Burn Magnet Storm?
botar pra longe, por enquanto vai saindo.
Okay, Pain is
Tá
getting
não
hyphy.
tá aqui não,
Just at the
João.
time pass for Pain.
Foram
Oh, good. Great pick from Cats. That is actually such a 5-head move. And the Stasis to survive. Oh, they still die though, I think, but Cats there. Oh man, Cats just saved this. This engage was so messed up for Pain. Wow, this should have been so much worse from Pain. Cats is a mechanical madman. What a piece. Links to summon his inner trophy to win.
Que a equipe da Cade tá muito atrás. Se eles ficarem trocando essas
Yeah.
kills, pegando abate, pode ser que
Like this whole thing that happened up here was very questionable from
vai
Pain.
sair como tudo começou.
Like I'm not quite sure what they were looking for with that weird engage, but then yeah, they got lucky. Theiti, or not lucky actually. Theiti went in and Catch just pulled him all the way from here to here. Like that is such a long distance. It's literally like because we're zoomed out. That's more than a screen, I think. In when you're zoomed in.
Seria atordoado, então utilizou num momento muito bom. Só que de alguma maneira o Marvin ficou solto e é ele o carregador.
Okay, drags up. They're fighting for soul.
De dano nesse momento da
Kate Stars.
conseguiu vários abates.
If you don't fight for this, it's gonna be so hard to cut to the front line. But if you do fight for this, you're probably gonna get aced or wiped.
Luta a favor da VKS.
Package has been picked up by Lynx. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go, Kate Stars. This is your big chance to not big chance, but this is your moment to try and turn it around. That's one really good thing about Maokai. Really annoying thing is the way you can just keep checking all the bushes, so death bushes don't work too well.
E o Marvin fica escondido
Okay.
ali na parte
The big
de
one
trás.
got used.
Com quatro
Package is still
também,
there.
porque já tem o ultimate disponível, ele não tinha da última vez. A âncora do Giggs pode ser
Oh,
crucial.
Yups on the flank.
Vamos ficar de olho.
Okay.
O Giggs faz uma primeira chegada, ainda não foi o momento. Morteus.
Culling came out and hit very little.
Tá meio detonada. Yups se posiciona no flanco. Taren vai
Oh no, Yups is caught out.
Fecharam pra cima do Yups.
Yups is really caught out. Oh no.
Atordoado e detonado. Taren joga ele na parede.
Okay, big play from Kate Stars though. Really good on them to actually pick out
Vai se dando bem.
Yups
Eles
there. I love the flank.
Eles querem impedir
The
o
cut.
Tatu.
You know that you're probably getting flanked, so you make a play that way.
Ele pode tentar roubar o dragão.
Pain's just trying to slow down Dragon right now and buy time for
Parte
Cats.
central e não acabou a
To push.
brincadeira, e tem os ultimates já gastos pra VKS. Lá vem a âncora.
Vem o engage pra
Oh
cima
my
do
goodness.
Tatu.
No way they kill Lynx.
Deixa ele de
Ho,
boa.
ho, 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 ho.
A galera da Cade garantiu
Lynx
o
got
combate.
really low, though.
O Tatu ainda é uma ameaça, ele quer roubar esse dragão, mas o time da Cade
Okay, this is actually huge for Kate Stars that they get this. They should not have been able to, but they did. Even 4v5, I'm actually really scared for Kate Stars, even though they've got 5. Because the sort of wombo combo AoE can be really big from this side. But as it is, they get 2 kills. And Dragon. Worth. 100% worth.
Ficou 2-1 pra equipe da PEN, mas o Quats e o Tatu tinham gasto os ultimates antes da briga acontecer. Coisa que eles tinham disponíveis nessa. Só que a PEN não conseguiu organizar a fight.
Pois é, e aí eles ficaram separados, né? Teve um ponto onde o Quats foi pra rota do meio. Tudo bem, liberou uma torre tier 2 pra esse Azir. Muito ouro nas mãos dele. Agora vai conseguir construir ainda mais seus itens de dano. E aí o Giggs foi pra frente, não conseguiu também manter a sua vida. Tá aí, né? De pequenas em pequenas lutas, a VKS vem se recuperando. Foi aquele ponto que a gente chegou. Tem um barão, tem um ponto de alma, mas é preciso executar bem, porque a VKS sabe muito bem como lutar.
A Cade se defendeu muito bem, tanto do Barão quanto desse dragão. Eu tô olhando o Quats, meu amigo, ele já tá com
Enorme,
3
enorme.
itens.
Rabadão e Zônias.
Zônias,
Nesse momento,
Nacho.
com 537 de AP.
Aí, meu amigo,
Pouca coisa,
vai
hein?
doer essa espetada. Vamos ver se o time da PEN consegue agora executar o que tá na cartilha do League of Legends. De novo, eles voltam pro Barão pra tentar forçar uma luta, pra tentar pegar o time da Cade.
Yes, sir. My mic. I muted for a second to cough and I forgot to turn it back on. Thank you, Dark Knight, for catching that.
Conseguiu se evadir dessa tentativa.
Good catch. So yeah, I muted to cough for a second and I forgot to unmute.
Tentando pescar alguém por aqui.
What did I say? Oh yes, the Azir definitely could have. Yeah, that's why I was saying the 4v5. I would still be scared of us Cage Stars, but Pain just don't want to give up their bounties. There's a lot of bounty here. There was 1,100 bounty between Cats and Marvin earlier when I was talking.
Velocidade nos
Yeah.
pés, todo mundo desviando de poke de lado e de outro. O Marvin e o Quats causam muito dano no
Then you
poke.
just want to be careful about
Mas
not giving that
também o
over.
Lynx e o Mortal
It will give Lynx time to get his second full item though. Malignance is done. Okay. Yups is trying to buy space and time. He's not tanky enough. Oh, Cat's gonna kill Dillas. Okay, good disengage. Catch is buying more time. But yeah, they're having problems shedding front line. Oh, they're so low. Okay, yeah, you see, Kate's starting to scale up now. Lynx is online. Lynx can actually hurt. And Pain's trying to fall behind. Okay, okay.
2-1 para a equipe da Cade. E de novo, do jeito que a gente falou,
Cade Stars are back in
não
this.
conseguiu organizar a briga. A Cade briga muito bem, é uma característica do time. O quão bem eles brigam em várias frentes diferentes. Nota, enquanto o engage
Yeah, the big problem is you can see Marvin and Cats actually didn't auto at all on Theiti on the initial pick. They weren't in position. That's not ideal. So they get in very, very late. Cats is still doing a lot of work, but it's not quite enough. Doesn't quite find Tillas either, unfortunately. I mean, there's only so much you can do, right?
Cresce no caos, eles gostam dessas lutas assim.
Yeah, and Yups right now is not tanky at all. I feel like the role Yups is playing is a frontline tank, but his items are not building for it. You need a bit more resistances if you want to do that. Tatu should probably frontline a bit harder than Yups, but Yups keeps getting caught on flank positions.
O grandão e foi pokeando assim até conseguirem a eliminação do Quats, que ficou nas mãos do Morteus. Então aquele bônus que o Azir estava valendo é ainda mais.
Okay, we're right back to the Baron again.
Agora quase nada na frente, é uma pote, mas já
Yeah,
diminuiu a
Geeks.
desvantagem que ele estava.
Ele teve a maioria
On that play was a little bit too trigger happy. That's right. I don't know, like again, Calm's right. We don't know whether Cats and Marvin were supposed to be in position for that play, and they were like clearing a ward, or whether Gigs was trigger happy. But there was definitely some sort of misplay in that situation.
Isso quer dizer que é pé de igualdade entre os dois
Yeah,
atiradores.
I don't think the build is bad by itself. I just think the way Yups is playing it, this is not the build you want for the way he's playing.
A chamada aí, Barão.
But yeah. Yeah, he can't really pivot at this point. It's a bit hard to pivot, so he just has to play a bit more carefully. We are burning this. We're burning this. It is gone. Okay. Good. Tatu frontline. That's what we want to see. Gets out. Oh, Morty should be dead here. Yeah, this is how you need to play with this build. Yups. He gets it this time. This is really well played. That delayed flank. It's what he did on the bot side as well. When he waited, he needs to be more patient. He is like secondary engaged on this team. Or not even secondary engaged. Like he's playing almost like an assassin with flanks. Okay. Pay mesh to recover. They don't slide too far. That's it again. Cade are fully online at this point, and you can see how much damage he can do. That fight was just a little bit rough, and the damage that gets put out is so fast from Pain Gaming that they shredded the Baron really quickly.
E o que a gente estava falando, o Azir ele é muito rápido pra fazer esses objetivos.
Okay, can they wave clear and can they hold?
Super
Oh, he
acelerada.
takes soul as
O
well.
VKS se
Nice.
perdeu no Barão, não viveu, no caso, não voltou à vida a tempo do dragão, que é a alma
Marvin does so little damage to the dragon.
do lado azul, que é a PEN.
Daí, meus amigos, a repetição da luta.
Yeah, see, Yups is really late to the party, but that's precisely what you need to do.
Mas não deu certo.
Because you can see how much he gets chunked by just Link Spoke.
Dando problema, né? Dando trabalho para a equipe da VKS.
Yeah, nice and
Ele
easy,
segurou
clean.
o time
Morty's
pra
getting
briga
a little bit
do
hypey there.
Quats,
He feels the need to carry.
quem brilhou
And unfortunately, Lucian range is very short, so it's very easy to get punished when you try and step up.
amassando o Morteus, não deixando o AD
Yeah.
carry da VKS.
You know what?
Cara,
I
assim,
am inclined to
precisava,
agree,
mas
Wilkes.
E um jogo que a gente tava vendo o time
Ah.
da Cade aos pouquinhos se
I'm waiting to see if they can
recuperar,
hold. I mean,
desandou
Agora,
we saw it from Pain yesterday, so.
Tem muita vantagem.
Fizeram
And I do believe that
tempo aí, mais um
K-Stars
minuto e
is
meio
a good enough
pra
team
poder
that they too
avançar, eles já conseguiram
can
a
make
alta.
miracles happen.
Meu Deus do céu, o Lynx usa o pacote pra poder se afastar.
Tirar
Quase
os
que
minions
essa
também.
âncora pega, vai ajudar a tirar os minions, mas não é suficiente. A torre tá no chão.
Yeah, I think for K-Stars, a lot of times against a parent up team, when they're this far ahead, you just have to seed everything outside your base. And then you have to defend your inhibitor turret. That's where you fight. Problem is, this turret's already so low that you can't defend mid. And once one inhibitor turret goes down, then it becomes really hard to defend your
A
base.
torre do mid tá muito danificada e vai cair.
2 more autos. Oh, they took it down.
Quase, foi um hit ali que poderia ter sido
But this turret's not bait.
catapulta
If
e tá
K-Stars try to fight around that
vai se
turret,
recuperar um pouco.
Pain can just dive them.
Também, mas o Lynx já vai
It's
ter
like
que ir pra
1,
base
2 autos
com
and it's gone.
bastante dano, e lá
That
vem
turret
a
is bait.
Pain
How did
muito
Lynx
bem
get chunked? I didn't even see
colocada
how that
pra realizar
happened.
essa luta.
A PEN que é um inibidor, mas o Tatu tem que cavalgar pra longe. Ainda assim o Tite vai sendo o grande alvo. Belo expurgo do Morteus.
Gigs is so low. Oh, Cat! Does he have stasis? He can't even go into stasis!
Garante uma eliminação em cima do Morteus. Ele acaba sendo abatido do outro lado, mas isso deu certo.
Oh, Marvin still. Yeah, Lynx is doing work.
Que o míssel do Lynx tá machucando e tá machucando muito.
A jogada foi
K-Stars
muito
played that really, really
bonita
well.
por parte da PEN
But
e o
Cats, man.
Quats
Cats didn't even have time to
segurou,
zone yes
foi frio,
due to the CC
e a
chain.
ultimate
That
do
shuffle
Quats
did
por
so
um momento,
much
mas ainda
damage, though.
assim, a VKS
That's
vai
not even
precisar
funny.
parar
Mortius
o
lost like
tempo
half his health on the
na
shuffle.
parte de cima. E de novo, Tatu consegue pegar o Tite, mas
More
o
than
Tite
half his
aguenta
health, I
muito tempo. Giggs toma muito
Okay, he
dano
lost 40%.
pro expurgo do Morteus. Olha o tempo que o Quats esperou.
Look at that damage.
O ultimate.
He went from
Ele
60 to
acabou
10 on just Cats getting in there for the shuffle.
E um abraço pra ele.
Damn, bro.
Vivo, se não fosse ele, não tomasse
Yeah,
essa
Mortius not
atitude,
having a good game. I don't think we're gonna see
as
Lucian in the
suas
series
zonas,
anymore.
então conseguiu
Like, Marvin tried it in the
mas
winners
não
finals.
conseguiu
Now, Mortius tried it in the grand finals. It's just not
VKS,
working.
mas percebe que a PEN não faz esse-
Good visually,
esse
but this was better for
dive
Cade.
completo. O Tatu iniciou saindo da torre,
I think it was pretty even.
parece
Like, it's
que
really good
ele
that Cade
sabe,
defended and
né,
got kills,
exatamente
for
o que a
sure.
VKS pode
They won the top
oferecer
side,
na luta de
but the
bastidores.
mid lane they lost out
Sim,
because they lost the
consegue
inhibitor turret.
sem o
So
controle
because of that, I
de
think it's
como a
pretty
gente
even.
falou,
Maybe even a bit
bastante
pain favored.
controle de
Because like I said,
grupo,
once you take down one
muitas
inhibitor, it's a
habilidades
lot
em área
easier,
e são
or one inhibitor
habilidades
turret.
controle de grupo.
It's a lot easier to take down
Mano
the other
também
inhibitor
faz
turrets because now you can
esse
threaten
papel.
flank from
Então, eles
side
fazem
instead of trying to brute
dive
force in one direction
saindo
only.
da torre, pegaram
So
o Tite por ali, depois o Quats, que teve que de fato ir
Yeah.
mais fundo, acabou sendo
Up for debate.
Uma vez o Tite tentou esse avanço retorcido e o Tatu
K-Stars
não
defending though
achou.
was undeniably
Ele
good for them.
sabe
Like that
como
is one of the better
jogar
case scenarios they
contra
could get
esse Maokai. Vai
in
rolar
that
o
situation
Maokai
against a
toda
Baron
vez
push.
que o Tite tenta esse avanço
We'll have to see if Pain can
retorcido,
capitalize.
pega
If they can't
esse
capitalize on that,
Tabs.
really, there should be no reason why they can't capitalize on this. But if they don't take that inhib and threaten side, then yeah, it's kind of a wasted play for Pain.
Depois que foi, já era.
E o
Lucian
pior
no
não tem
flash.
como voltar, né?
Essa
True.
jogada toda,
I don't even think Mortius is the problem. I think Lynx is the problem now. If you can kill Lynx, I'm not as worried about Mortius. He does have IE. He is gonna hurt though. But he's very short range, so I feel like there's lots of tools to catch him.
Do Sabugo chorão.
Yeah, Mortius cannot play aggressive though. If he plays aggressive, yeah, then not R. He just like basically gives free kill over.
O time da PEN vai cercando a galera da Cade. Mesmo sem barão, eles querem inibidor.
Okay, why are we not pushing in and taking inhibitor? Then
De quero mais, né? Esse barão não deu
I
nenhum
am
inibidor pra eles.
not fully.
Vão tentar na força
They also need to clear
bruta.
that ward. If you want to do this, you have to make sure you got control over this entire area.
Não precisa dar
Usually that means a
cara.
pink here and a
Joga
pink here.
com o Marv, com um poke dele e com um poke do Quats.
Or at least sweep here and here, and then pink this. Because technically they can't get wards in there after you do this.
Mais perto da base da PEN e aí sim brigam
Pain,
pouco
the
mais
slower
de
they
força.
play, the worse it is for them because they don't have good poke to match. Actually, they have Marvin's poke to try and match Lynx, but Lynx is has more poke output, so they've got to try and make plays happen like this.
Mais uma torre liberada. Tem que tomar
Okay,
cuidado.
engage, Tyran's Mega.
Âncora aí. Tá,
The turret went down.
Se o ultimate do Marvin passou, não pegou
Chains of Corruption doesn't land either.
recuando.
Much ado about nothing up top.
Levar a
Both teams really looking for that engage.
essa defesa, dois inibidores abertos pelo
Okay,
time da
so
PEN.
far the top side play has actually been good for K-Stars because Pain has not been able to take this at all, and they have not threatened side flank either. Like this going down was just a matter of time. So yeah, actually that play did end up favoring Cade. Folks,
Chamar o time da Cade pra uma briga.
I was wrong.
resetada a equipe da PEN justamente pra tá no ponto do Baron. no
Yeah,
momento
the longer they can hold, the better for Cade.
na Sé. Controle de visão aqui na parte de cima.
Void
eles
Staff
têm
completed as well now
um
for
pouco
Lynx,
perto da PEN.
so the poke's starting to go through.
Demais, mas parece que eles vão fazer isso
precisaria
antes.
Watch for the
Ouro,
package. I
time
think could
leva,
actually turn
sabe
this
que tem
potentially.
muito dano.
The
Esse barão cai rápido,
all-seeing Baron as
VKS
well
não
is
tem
really
como
tight.
Maokai.
So if people funnel into here and you package there, it's a guaranteed like. That's basically like a rumble equalizer at that point.
Pra poder refazer essa briga. Desculpa, o Barão não resetou, mas tá só o Tatu por ali. Giggs vai fazendo a linha de frente. Eles viram o Tiny, ele tem um Mega Nar pro
Elder's coming up too in 40 seconds. I think that might be what Pain's playing for.
Pra fazer a melhor luta possível, enquanto a Cade
Because that's on open ground. It's a bit easier for Pain to play that one out.
Não tem espaço pra
You don't get the
fazer a
risk of getting
contestação,
packaged
porque
as
se
much.
eles forem com muita força contestar, eles vão perder com certeza o inibidor lá na parte de cima.
Ok.
O Lux que tava fazendo flanco se aproximou do inibidor, o Tyrion já foi tentar a contenção.
Oh,
tem TP dos
Tyrion's
dois,
level 18, about to go mega as well.
tem que usar o Dominus, tem que
Oh,
usar o
good dodge out from
Tyrion,
Yubs.
o ultimate do Tyrion.
He's dodging all the way. Baron went down that fast.
Garantido, o time da PEN garante outro Barão.
Package is on Lynx. Elders in 4 seconds.
Como a VKS fazer essa briga de forma perfeita é muito difícil.
Oof, that poke actually hurts. Giggs doesn't have that much MR.
Mas a base vai ficar
A
livre.
PEN tá prejudicado.
Tyrion's
Mari
mini, though.
Tá com uma boa parte da sua vida ali.
Yup's is TP,
prejudicado.
okay.
Giggs também, a VKS faz essa chamada.
Bote o Lynx.
Elders actually melting pretty fast. Surprisingly.
Vai chegar aqui com o teleporte, vai chegando pela parte de baixo.
Okay, Magnet Storm in. Zero full up though.
Deus, o Lynx usando.
Oh, Yup's went in.
Chegada no Quats.
Okay. The AT lost the smite fight.
O Barão.
Oh, this is gonna be a wipe. This is gonna be game.
Vem pra cima da Cade.
You know what? I salute Gate Stars. That was the play they wanted to make. They were rushing for it. The call I don't think was bad. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite burn enough.
Com o roubo, o Tatu garante o que a PEN precisava.
Wait, can Tatu actually solo out Lynx
A partida
with Elder?
não
Can he?
tem mais
No.
ninguém além do Tyrion e o Lynx vivo.
He's just stopping Lynx from basing. Even if he dies, that's okay.
Todos os objetivos na mão do time da PEN, que desde o início do jogo começaram melhor, fizeram
Olha
fast
o
blood,
Tatu.
fizeram a jogada.
Tatu knows. They have vision.
E vão
They're literally just delaying the backs.
pra cima da galera da Cade.
Pain Gaming start the grand finals 1-0 in commanding fashion. 13k gold lead to end it. They played it a bit slow come the mid game, but the early game from them was undeniable. Let's go, Pain.
Começaram abrindo essa
We're starting
série,
really strong with this one.
dominando a parte de baixo do mapa, Gruntar. E a
Now,
gente
just a reminder, when they played up against Kate Stars the first time in the winners finals, Pain also took game 1, also in a pretty commanding fashion. They got pretty far ahead. So for Kate Stars Academy, this is just the beginning, right? Like one win doesn't mean anything, or one loss doesn't mean anything for Kate Stars Academy. They've been here before. They've done this. You know, they're just gonna look to bounce back. They will. Oh, I forgot to take a picture of the draft. Shoot. Sorry, let me grab the draft picture. I completely forgot this time.
Afinal de contas, o
É um dos piques mais utilizados aí dentro da selva, né? É o mais utilizado do Tite. O Tatu tem alguns jogos, mas...
Also, by the way, it's really cool that they're back in the arena and so they've got the sign translator again. Because during the online portion, I think they didn't have the, or at least I don't remember seeing the sign translator there. So that's kind of cool. That we're back to that again. That's something I really appreciate about CBLOL is their inclusiveness and how they try and make it accessible for everyone. Draft-wise, yeah, I think the Lucian is just a problem, right? But what do you do if you want to ban the Varus? What do you open up, right? We've seen Cat's Tristana. It's really scary. If you leave it up for, it can be flexed to Marvin as well for potential lane swaps. And the Jax or Tatu and Yips are really, really good. If you do leave something open, I think it's going to be the Jax. If you want to ban Varus for Kate Stars. And I wonder if we see Kate Stars actually swap to blue side and try and first pick Varus. Because I think Varus is worth first picking. Even last series, when Marvin played the Varus, the on-hit Varus, it was actually pretty good into the Zeri. I don't know why they stopped doing it.
Algumas jogadas características do Lúcia, né? Dar aquele avanço e conseguir expurgo ou algo assim. Essa vantagem de alcance facilitava.
This is gonna be interesting. I just think the easiest thing for Kate Stars right now is just don't pick Varus. I know Zeri's banned, but there are other options. I mean, Jinx is still on the table if you want to roll with that for skilling. I think you can still run something like an Aphelios. Actually, okay, maybe not the Aphelios. Aphelios struggles really hard into the poke. Yeah, you maybe could. You could even run Sivir actually into Varus. It's actually not a bad pick into Varus specifically if you want like really good skilling because you can shield the poke and a lot of Varus's burst damage comes from his passive stacking and then proccing it with the auto. So yeah, there are definitely a lot of options for Kate Stars still. I don't think fundamentally that they were
Mas hoje em dia eu acho que
bad.
o Brasileiro é muito
Like
mais
they,
forte.
you saw. I mean, it's still Morbius, right? Like, yes, he lost his matchup. I think he can win it in other situations. I just think right now Marvin and Giggs played really, really well. They knew exactly how they wanted to punish this with the Varus. And Lucian just doesn't have the late game options.
Eu tô contigo também.
Welcome, Spoods. Hello, hello.
Outra coisa desse jogo também, a bot lane
Welcome to the grand finals. Link's waiting room might have to wait a little bit longer because this game, Link's wasn't actually Link's did a lot of work this game. To be fair, I'd probably have called him MVP if they won.
Esse Nautilus, ele estragou a vida da bot
But
lane
yeah,
da VKS.
I mean, it happened in the grand final, in the winners finals too. That Pain went up 1-0, so I have no doubt K-Stars will come back swinging for game 2. And I'm just curious which adaptation they opt to go for. I'm calling for a Lucian ban, or not Lucian ban, but just don't pick Lucian. MVP for me for this game.
Sim, mas
Personally, I think Cats was absolutely cracked this game on his Azir.
como que mais pra frente, eles
I could
souberam
see a case for Marvin as well,
como
because Marvin did stomp the laning phase without too much jungle pressure. And that I think set them up for success. But I think Cats was just crazy in a lot of these team
a PEN
fights.
se botou numa posição muito confortável e eles são um time muito decisivo
Pipe.
quando estão à frente. Foi isso nesse jogo, tem sido essa a tônica desse time.
Eles não tiraram o pé do acelerador, Paulo.
Sim, é isso
Eles
aí.
não deram tempo pra galera da Cade crescer.
go.
Naquele ponto que eles estavam, de repente, dando uma derrapadinha.
Yeah, this game was pretty firmly in Pain's control. There were some good moments from K-Stars where they were, like that topside fight. Oh, no, yeah, topside fight in the base for the inhibitor turret. I think they did really well in that trade. Really punished Pain trying to get aggressive on the turret and trying to accelerate. But yeah, that's what happens when you've got two good teams, right? Like the better two good teams, the one that has the lead refuses to throw and you just close out clean. There's just no opportunity. Yeah, the fact that Cats keeps winning this matchup as well into the Corki is kind of insane.
No gráfico de ouro,
Like, maybe if you want to change up the ban, I don't think you ban Varus. I think you just ban Azir.
eles não ficaram
Because
atrás,
the Azir is just too strong.
perderam
Even if Marvin didn't get a
mais
lead,
de
I think it would still be
ouro,
okay.
quanto foi
Like, if
anteriormente.
both
A gente
bot laners were
fala muito
even,
daquele primeiro jogo
I think Cats
da
would have been the
série
difference
deles de
maker.
quinta-feira.
So
Lá eles tiveram um gap no ouro. Eles
Yeah.
perderam uma vantagem muito grande para VKS
There was
antes de
one
se
small
recuperar e
dip,
fechar a partida.
but that was
Hoje,
kind of it.
eles não fizeram isso. Eles dominaram a
That was when
partida,
Gibbs was getting a little bit feisty.
desaceleraram, mas mantiveram
Made a couple of
a
mistakes.
vantagem de ouro.
E aí eu vou perguntar pra você, meu amigo. Quem foi o destaque?
Yeah, I didn't really like the Renekton too much from Yips, but it did its job. And again, props to Yips. He actually somehow still came out like
Aquela
slightly
jogada,
ahead.
cara,
So
do âncora em
Oh, they get to
flash
Giggs.
pra pegar o outro foi,
Huh.
assim, sensacional demais. Mas
That's
o Marvin fez um
a
bom
little bit
jogo.
interesting to me.
O
I
também fez um
don't
bom
think
jogo.
Giggs was bad, but I think
Se a
Giggs
gente for considerar, ainda tem o Tatu que roubou
was a little bit
o
hyphy
objetivo, ainda teve
with
o
some of his
Jones que
engages,
chegou
and
em
that's why the
flanks,
mid game got a
mais
bit
uma
messed
vez,
up
de uma
with
forma
him and
muito
Yips.
decisiva.
So that's fine. That's okay. Again, I think everybody had good moments this game. Like every single player had some really great moments. Tatu had some really good early invades. Giggs was pretty consistent with his hooks. Yups had that amazing flank down near
Eu não
the
sei como eles
our
vão voltar,
Brit
mas eu
team's
sei aonde eles vão voltar.
blue pit
E é do lado vermelho,
near Dragon.
o time da Cade escolhe
The
jogar do
early
lado
teleport.
vermelho, eles têm preferido isso, né?
Cats had crazy
Todos os
mechanics.
jogos eles
Marvin one lane.
E nessa série,
Yeah.
esse a gente vai
In-game
pro sexto
mechanics, it's
jogo
definitely
entre
popping
entre
off.
esses times aqui nos playoffs. É a sexta vez que a Cade vai jogar do vermelho e a PEN no azul.
E vai ser de novo então do lado vermelho pra Cade. Vocês seguram um pouquinho, a gente tem um intervalo rapidinho.
I wonder if they got
Na
new
sequência,
content for Grand
a gente
Finals.
volta com o segundo jogo dessa grande final do CBLOL, cara.
Actually, that trophy looks kind of nice. I don't know if y'all saw the CBLOL trophy. It looks like all sharp edges right now for this split. It's an interesting choice. I kind of like it, but it looks really rough.
Sabe como podemos mudar o jogo que a gente tanto ama? Incluindo todos que também amam jogar. Fazer a diferença nesse game passa pelas
Okay.
nossas mãos.
Ooh.
E pelas mãos de todos que querem o melhor para essa comunidade.
Porque quando a gente abraça outros players,
Looks like
transformamos
Rich's
a
Wrath?
essência de
Okay.
apoio em uma
Hold up a second.
comunidade que se apoia como um todo.
Gonna
E damos voz a quem tem o poder de transformar nosso jogo.
É por isso que um campeão de verdade.
let me
sabe
half screen this so we
abraçar
can
a
keep track on that.
diversidade.
E isso não tem preço.
Rich's Wrath has a MSI tier list with Monty and Amira. Okay. That's interesting. Let's watch this while we're waiting for
whatever applies to you. And welcome to our MSI tier list show, where we're going to be.
Nymeria used to be part of LJOU when that was a thing. Like he was one of the founders.
Keep up, guys.
Big caster who I
Today,
respect a lot.
We are joined by the Robert Donat of esports, Mr. Monte Cristo, of course, which I suppose would make Nymeria sort of.
Oh, okay, yeah, we already saw this piece of content. It's the trivia stuff. But...
No, not today. We're going in a different thing. I also thought we'd spare Monty the 20-minute section of anime review. So anyone who came to watch that.
Hey, I actually watched an anime again recently.
Wait, what did you watch?
Oh yeah, what did you watch?
Oh, boo. You know what? I'm gonna skip ahead to just see what they talk about the minor regions, and then I'll hop back to the beginning to watch the whole thing if we have time.
Talk about the last good teams. We should very quickly talk and, well, discard, I suppose, Loud and Estral. Like, I'll just again say I've not seen these teams play out.
Wait.
Exactly. So this is going to be the Nymeria show, I think.
Okay. I thought like he just wasn't going to talk about Loud and Estral. I just want to see the Loud section.
Tinones takes out some more Europeans and plans.
So funny, man.
Yeah, let's go, Monty. You know where it's at.
Want me to talk about Garm as well because they're also in there.
Wait, actually, Robo's decent. That's the only thing I know.
Well, Robo is okay. If we're going to talk about Robo,
no, that's it. I don't know anything else.
So Robo has now become the most has the most titles of any CBLOL player ever. He just overtook TC with this. I will say from CBLOL, I'm a little sad that we didn't see one of VKS.A or Red Canids make it because I
no,
very good at
no,
I think it's Gyugo and
the betrayal.
I really enjoyed watching them, but now just kind of in terms of
I talk to Nymeria about CBLOL sometimes. He knows I'm a Pain fan. The betrayal.
Like they're very, very good at kind of like finding these explosive team fights. I don't think they're going to survive through to this tournament. I think they are the best of these three remaining teams out of kind of like the minor region ones. I think as soon as you come up with teams with like laning strength and like junglers that can kind of like get onto the map as well.
Everybody hates Pain, bro.
I think that you know that they're actually pretty good as a 5-man unit. I love the way that they team fight when at least if you have one member.
Dark Knight, this is an MSI tier list from Rich's Wrath.
Kind of play into that PowerPoint.
But it's featuring Monty and Nymeria. Nymeria's a friend.
There's no way.
He cast the LPL English finals. This guy's a great caster, and he was one of the founders for LGLOU. So back when I did LGLOU with Nymeria as well.
What's your level of expertise on Estral?
So funnily enough, oh by the way, for CBLOL, if you want to know more specific things about CBLOL, go talk to Random Minion Caster.
Hey, thank you, Nymeria, for the shout out. Everybody, thank you.
I feel like when I'm asking Nymeria about these minor regions, I'm like the bully at high school is like, hey, you hang out with the weird kids. Someone tell me about this.
Hey, yes.
Whoa,
what do you mean weird kids? Come on, bro.
I was the LJ. You know what's really sad is this is the first time that I can't talk about LGL because they for the first 10 years
the merger screwed LGL over.
I'm fucking heartbroken, by the way. Like this is just sad for my soul.
Thank God, save time for everyone.
Shut the the thing about S, sadly for me, I don't actually have a contact directly for LLA.
Dislike.
You're not in band club.
No, I'm kidding.
Science club.
But,
fuck.
So the big things about Astral is like they were like forever the team that would choke out a final. Sadly for them, they were where Boogie went to before he came into LCS. So Boogie like he was a Flash Wolf, and then he went to LGL and won LGL.
I'm actually curious about Estral. I have not followed LLA at all. I know that not at all. I watched a little bit of Dragon Knights because of freaking Trigo and Grell and them, but I don't know anything else. Estral will shock the world. Wooks, do you follow the LLA? Do you know anything about Estral? Because I'm really curious. I thought R7 was going to smash since they got Summit in the offseason as well, but yeah, Estral came out of nowhere and it looked like they dominated the LLA side of things.
I think that Astral are a team which they actually do.
Is Cody the best player? They're mid.
I probably preferred them when they had.
Oh, you saw the finals, okay.
But they have Snaker. I think it's Snakers is the AD carry name. Like that, they play a lot of the Kalista. They were pretty explosive in that. I think particularly if their mid junglers on stuff like the Ahri and the Talia, like your typical get out of lane and roam stuff, they're actually pretty good at making plays across the map. It's just really hard to like judge this team when they smashed a region which didn't put up much of a fight. I think they lost 3 games total.
Yeah, something like that. That shows us cracked
like, they really
in their region.
But finals they did. So they played against a team like Lava as their mid laner.
Yeah, some Trigo game, same looks, yeah.
So you know they've come.
Because like sometimes when we watch like Academy and somebody would tell me about like Trigo updates, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go watch a little bit. Just see how they're doing.
How's Joffrey Dodo?
Josie Diodo, yeah. Did you just say Josie Dodo?
Josie Dodo.
I don't say Chinese names, right? There's no way I'm doing fucking South American ones.
Wait, what? I think South American names are easier to pronounce than Chinese names.
They managed to survive the first few levels of the game, and of course they did do that regionally. They're very good at playing stuff like the Vi to layer combos and stuff like that, and getting out onto the map. I just don't think they're going to survive through the first.
Jose Diodo better than Croc and Cody better than Tin? No shot. Really, Wooks? That's crazy.
But they're like.
Wait, like, but Tino's did so well this split. Wait, I'm actually legit kind of scared if that's true. Like, okay, Ackerman better than Ripper doesn't surprise me too much. I think Ripper was solid, but he didn't really pop off that much this split.
There's an argument that Oscar Renan is like the third worst top laner at this tournament, and I think that Kiaya and Aja are both better than him from kind of like the Asian minor regions. So if you have like I mean, maybe there's a chance that Levi and Kiaya can do something.
Yeah, it's just got better when they added on Fleek. Okay.
They have two stand-ins in bot lane because of the
Estral is a no Korean import team too. Yeah, actually. Wait, who is on the Estral roster again? Whoops, hit cap top by accident. The current roster. Oh yeah, okay. So they're all South, like they're all LatAm teams. LatAm players, Chile and Argentina. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know Ackerman's good. I've seen Jose Diodo play in NA. He was good too. Let me just get the sound running because they're probably going to start draft soon. Yeah, Jose Diodo is good. Ackerman is good. I don't remember much about Cody. I know we've seen him before, but I don't remember much about him. Snaker played in Fury Academy. Ooh. When was that and how did he do there? Fury Academy back in 2021. Okay, so yeah, before I started watching and following. How did he do there? That's interesting. Not bad. Actually, third place. Oh, that was a roster of Bitao Goot. Kick is a player. And Telas. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. And now he actually wins LOA. In the span of about 1.5 years? Or two and a half years, sorry? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, in a way, it's a good thing they're not in our group then. Because I do think for MSI, it's actually really tough for Estral. I think Group A is actually much harder than Group B. So I'm pretty happy that we got drawn into Group B. Oh, draft started. Okay, we can talk more MSI after. Yeah, but I'm really happy we got Group B. Okay, Pain Gaming still on blue side. So that's really interesting. Kate Stars did this last time too. Well, Kate Stars and Pain both did this last time. Where Pain just went blue every single game. And Kate Stars just went red every single game. They didn't want to lane swap. Slide swap, pardon me. I don't know if I like that. Because I think for Kate Stars, again, you can just don't pick Lucian. And I think the game's very different. So maybe that's what they're thinking too. And they just run back a similar thing. Ban-wise, I don't think Pain needs to change anything up with their bans. At least for first three. For Kate Stars though, I want to see an Azir ban. Like, I want to see Azir instead of Jax. Jax is good, but Cat's Azir is just built different, man. Like, that champion is just way too good. Yeah, looks. Last time, Pain started at 102. That's why I'm not, like... I'm happy that Pain won. I'm happy the way Pain won. But I'm not going to get, like, too crazy hype about it because, yeah, exactly. Let's see if they can hold up. That's all different thing. Oh, sorry. I just realized that. Am I blocking the bans? Hold on, let me move over a little bit. Sorry. I think I was blocking the Rek'Sai ban. There we go. I shuffled over to the right. Okay, same bans again so far. Do we see an Azir ban? Okay, I think first pick here is Varus. Yes, Azir ban. Perfect. Thank you. I love this. I really, really love this. I think this is a good call. That is necessary. Like she was. The Rek'Sai's my love. She's a mount. I ride Rek'Sai into battle, you know? Why ban Jax? Yups played it game 3 in the winners finals against Kate Stars, and it's a flex pick between Tatu and Yups. I think Tatu's actually the one who's scarier with the Jax, but he will go invading like really early levels. And the sort of junglers that Techi likes to play, like Vi, Rel, Maokai, they don't do well with an early invade against Jax. Like, they can't stop a Jax from just punishing them. So I think that's why we saw the Jax ban come through. I don't hate it, the Jax ban. I just think the Azir ban is... I actually like the Jax ban. I just think Azir is high prior right now. Okay, and like we talked about, you just pick a hyperscale instead of the Lucian. It's a good shout. It's a good shake. I like it. Kate starts with Elise picked. I don't think Tati plays Elise at all. I'm actually curious, has he ever played a game of Elise in his life? Or in his competitive career, not his life, I guess. Tati. Stats. Because Tati... He's new, so I don't think... Yeah, he has not played... Yeah, because he's new. Spoots, you need to teach people more about the secret Elise tech. You need to teach people. Yeah, she's not the meta. His curious video. Elise and Swamp meta is best. Ooh. I've never thought about that, but actually, yeah, I guess the spiders could help take turrets faster. No, yeah, actually, that might be a good shake. Huh. Spoods might actually be onto something. Volks, you need to theory craft it and present it to the Brazilian teams. To experiment. Xayah and Rakan. Well, Marvin played a great Xayah game yesterday. Xayah Rakan game. I think the problem with Xayah right now is just range is the issue. There's so many long range AD carries in meta that she's struggling. That said, ASOL picked up by Lynx is going to be huge. I really like this pick. And we saw Kate Stars have the Kassadin answer. Cats does not have that. So Cats went with the Talia pick instead. He blinded the Talia and you get countered by ASOL. I like this from Kate Stars. I think Kate Stars drafting in general is pretty good. Okay, not ban. Gwen ban against Yux. I mean, are we just not respecting Aatrox here? I guess you can counter Aatrox. Maybe they don't have a good pick for Gwen here. We ban out Lulu. That's okay. We ban out Sion because we don't want lane swaps. I actually like this. This is a good shout out. They're trying to make sure they don't see the lane swaps come through for Jinx. We are blinding our top lane here. Why are we blinding our top lane here? I do not understand. Why are we not picking support? What support is so good that we're waiting to see this come through? Huh. Very, very odd. Not gonna lie, I would prefer Ahri for Pain. Yeah, that's fair. I think the Ahri Vi combo is very strong. So if you wanted an Ahri here for the Vi, I think that would be a very valid pick. Nymera, actually, who you just saw on screen earlier, is probably like the #1 Ahri stan. And I feel a bit bad because I'm not a huge fan of Ahri. Oh, do we see the Blitzcrank from Telas again? Yeah, that gets locked in. Okay. Okay. That's an interesting one. I feel like Kate Stars as a whole, Kate Stars shares a lot of the champion pool, like the Orianna for mid laners, and then their Blitzcrank for supports. It's kind of... It's interesting. It's interesting. I like Blitzcrank. I think Blitzcrank is actually pretty strong. And I think he's actually pretty good into engaged champions as well. It's weird. People think like that Leona is like a counter to him. Nautilus is a counter to him. I don't know if I agree with that. I think Braum is a counter to him. I think Leona is it's an interesting matchup. Like, you have to be ahead. If you're ahead, then Leona's a counter. If you're behind, then Blitzcrank is just going to eat Leona alive. So, drafts, I think, are pretty good from both sides. Yeah, the Talia bind. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, Talia is one of the blindable champions. Right now, blindable champions are Azir. Actually, no, I don't like this blinded, but it's technically a blind. Talia and Ahri are big, like, blind champs right now. Because Talia doesn't have any bad matchups either, right? But I think Ahri does better into the ASOL, but they didn't see the ASOL, so they didn't know. I'm okay with it. I agree. I'm not like... Ahri would have been probably better here, but given that you're blinding, I can live with this. I don't think it's terrible. Blitz Jinx is a bad lane together. Well, okay, no, actually, Blitz Jinx is not a bad lane. It's kind of weird, but the way the Blitz Jinx lane works is you put down chompers, and then you pull somebody through you pull somebody through these chompers, and then they get hit by the chompers, and then Jinx just spaces and does damage while they space. It also works because this is Varus Rakan. So Rakan early is actually kind of squishy. Varus is very immobile and squishy as well, and not like super high burst. So this bot lane actually is not bad into this specifically, but only when you're being aggressive. If you fall behind, then this lane is very, very bad. So it comes down to Marvin and Giggs. Marvin is not going on hit, or sorry, is going on hit. He's not going lethality, so no heal blades. So this will actually be a pretty okay lane into this. And then the Blitzcrank you're also picking for later, because hooking anybody is good. The worst person you could hook is Yups, and Yups is probably going lethality, so if you hit him fast enough, he dies. So, yeah. But normally, yes, like Blitz Zeri is not a good lane. Well, yeah, this is kind of conditional. It's not the best pairing with Blitz. Ideally, with Blitz, you want like early game champions. Ideally, but this is not as bad as it sounds. It's kind of crazy, but yeah. Again, that's only if they're hit. If they start to fall behind, then this lane is going to be a terrible bad lane. But this is a good scaling team. We'll see if Pain can get ahead. Given the way they played, honestly, recently, I believe Pain can get ahead. I think they can end before the Ace and Jinx come online. I don't know how much of that is cope, but I believe. It's always worse since his laners. To a certain extent. He's not as strong as a lot of the engage supports, because they have to balance him, right? His hook is overpowered, so if he's as tanky as the other engage supports, then this just becomes like ridiculously OP. No Yups Aatrox flag today. I'm sorry, Smooths. This time I'm praying for the opposite. But we'll see. His Renekton gameplay last game and game 1 was hit or miss a little bit. He had some good flanks, he had some bad flanks. So, for you, this is worrying, Dark Knight, because of how bad Telas played last game. He played, oh yeah, the Nami, right, he got caught up. Sorry, I had to think for a second. I was like, what did Telas do last game? Yeah, his Nami got caught out a couple times. Well, at least he's tankier this time, maybe? Question mark? Smooth's classic bot lane duel from back when he used to cast this against Wait, you didn't cast that long ago, did you? Or maybe you did. Wait, LGL OU I did back in... Oh, actually it has been almost a year since I did LGL OU. And it's been more than a year since you produced for us on CBLOL English, never mind. Yeah, mobility creep is OP. Almost every new champion feels like they've got some sort of mobility boost. Faster paced game, I guess. Yeah, okay, top side, K-Stars win, the top lane. Mid should be Talia win. Bot lane should be an interesting one. Bot lane's the question mark lane for me. I don't know who wins this one. Maybe I like Blitzcrank too much. I feel like it should be the Blitzcrank side that wins this lane. But also, this was the R5 pick, right? So I feel like you're not going to pick something that's going to screw your laning pace in an R5. Ooh. Tatu with the steal. Tati will probably have to flash here. Oh! Wait, he... Oh. Oh no. I would rather see Tati die than Tyrion die there. The saving grace is that the kill went over to Tats and not to Yups. If kill went to Yups, this top side is absolutely screwed. Okay, even when Tatu doesn't invade, he's aggressive. Nice. Love to see it. What is Blood doing? I don't know. That Tati flash was interesting. Hey, but it got him out, so you can't complain. I thought he was inting when he flashed that way, but if it works, it works. Okay, Tyrion's fine. He just burns CP to get back in lane. That's okay.
Uma informação, a gente falou aí sobre o Telas, né, já ter jogado 2 vezes nesse ano com o Blitz.
Oh, and Tatu stole it. That's the part that feels bad, bro. Is the steal in the freaking scuttle away. Yeah, Tyrion didn't burn flash, which I respect. He wouldn't have gone away even if he flashed, so he's holding it for lane. He can still get pressure with it. It's not terribly bad for K-Stars. And again, this is a scaling team anyways, so as long as you don't feed too much early, you're okay. Like, being down some gold is expected.
proatividade, criação de jogadas que a PEN se propôs com o draft pra fazer nesse
Oh, never mind. You just have to burn flash there. That is, that's bueno. Oh, the hook lands! Yeah, I remember Telas is a hook champion player. Pike, Blitzcrank, stuff like that. Love seeing him roam up since early. And that's kind of critical because now Cats is not going to want to rotate here. He's kind of low on health. Yeah, you can see Cats just eating everything while trying to rotate. This is really bad for Cats. Cats dies here. Yeah, it's 1 for 1. Okay, but Gatestars get this because Stati actually died there. Yeah, that dragon was very dangerous with Gatestars. I thought they might be able to do it if they landed the hook onto Cat. It was a good rotate from Telas to come up here, get that. But despite that, they're just a bit weak early game to be doing this. Cats died for the greater good. Lynx gets killed though, so that's good for Gatestars that Lynx gets a kill there.
E mais uma vez o Marvin bem posicionado, livre na fight.
It's not worth the dragon, but it's a silver lining.
Aí para conseguir causar o seu dano, garante uma kill e já tá aí com Grevas do Berserk, então vem pro vários de attack speed dessa vez.
Okay, 1k. Let's say 2.5k. By 20 minutes. That's the gold lead I want to see from Pain Gaming. To feel comfortable. If you are lower than this, then I'm very uncomfortable for Pain. They're already up 800 gold, 1k, let's call it. So they're not in a bad spot. Pain doing Pain things.
Ele vem aqui para coletar o resto. Que a briga aconteceu lá na parte de baixo, ele foi rapidinho para lá.
Veio fazer o serviço completo, né?
Okay. Level 6s have been hit for the mid lane. Level 7 actually for Cats. Let's see if where they put this Weaver's Wall. Hello? YouTube? Okay. Bugged out for a second. Tyrion no flash, remember? Oh, he's in the bounce house there. Yo, Tyrion could barely move. I think he had less than 1 second worth of mobility in that chain of CC that came through. Flash or no flash does not matter when you cannot even move. Damn, that CC chain. Good roam. We were just talking about, hey, Talia, Weaver's Wall, where are you gonna go? Top side, nice CC gank. You burn 2 ults though. But Yups gets a hit.
Tá ganhando uma vantagem, a gente sabe que o Atrox dele é problemático.
I think once Yups gets Ravenous Hydra, this top side becomes a lot easier for him, and he can actually start matching up with Tyrion.
E o mais importante é que tá tudo na mão do
And you're not too worried about bot side because he's going on hit build anyways.
Vem sendo aí talvez o principal jogador da PEN nesse começo.
Yeah, everybody's up on their counterparts on Pain Gaming Academy, as expected. That's good, that's good. Well, that's good for Pain, I should say. Again, Kate's not in a bad spot right now. They're only 1k down for a super skill and composition. If they go late, they win by default pretty much. Well, assuming that they play at a decent level, it's pretty much a default win. Interesting invade from TT to deny away red buff.
Só que são 8 minutos ainda de partida, né? Então é um momento ainda que normalmente você não
Tassu has no
tá
clue.
com essa desvantagem, né, pro caso daqui. Agora sim, né? Vai sair.
Até que não durou mais do que eu achava que ia durar.
Foi um bocado, durou um bocadinho ainda assim. E aí o Tatu
doesn't spot that ward. So Gatestars know exactly where Tatu is right now. Bot side should be playing safe, yeah. That's actually fully just based. Good call. Solid choice from Gatestars. I don't know how I feel about Mortius staying behind when that was based, but should be okay. Cease and desist is not available yet, so yeah, I don't think they can dive.
De olho nessa movimentação do Tatu, o Giggs também tá próximo, o Telas vem chegando por aqui, pode ser um puxão, mas ele não tem.
Telas has been doing some good roaming. He's been very active just around the mid lane as well. And Mortius is not behind whatsoever for it, so huge win, huge dub.
Na parte central, vai segurando bem também o Lynx. Já perdeu basicamente uma barricada inteira ali, se defendeu legal para não.
Okay, Cease and Desist is back up. Weaver's Wall coming up soon in 10 seconds.
O Lynx já tem healer, então pro próximo dragão, que vem aí em 1 minuto mais ou menos, pode ser uma arma interessante pro time da VKS.
Okay, I just heard Legolas call him Linkus. Is it Linkus or is it Lynx now? I'm so confused. Yesterday it sounded like they're saying Lynx. Today I'm hearing Linkus. Oh, not yesterday, on Thursday.
Não deu, não conseguiu, e agora o Tatu vem chegando. Pode ser um 2 contra 2 nesse top se o Tite fechar pra essa briga. Ele dá a cara, vai
Okay,
tirar
good
essa
cover from
sentinela,
TT.
o Tite só recua, não quer essa briga, deixa a moitinha, vai vazando e o Yups tem tranquilidade.
Because yeah, they're just worried about a repeat dive
Qualquer
coming through
momento
from
em que
Tatu
o
and Cats.
Tatu
Both ults
aparecer
are
na
back up.
parte de cima do mapa, você olha
Even
pro
with
mid e
dominance, it
vê
did
quem
not
tá
matter
com
last time.
pressão,
It will not
porque
matter this
se
time.
for a PEN que tiver com pressão, com certeza o Quatus vai aparecer na jogada. Não
Dragon
é o
is
caso
coming up.
agora.
Second set of Void
Mas
Grubs is
nesse
also coming up.
exato momento é o que tá
PEN
acontecendo.
have
Por
their...
isso a equipe da PEN não vai pra
It's
cima
spoiled
do
for
mapa.
choice right now.
Eles vão
They can do whatever
provavelmente
they
pra
want.
baixo, porque tem 15 segundos no próximo objetivo, que é esse dragão. E é
ASO
isso,
does
o time
have
da PEN tá
Rylai's though,
jogando
so
ao redor
Linkus
desse
is actually
objetivo,
gonna have
fez
some
a
effect in
alva
these
no
team
jogo
fights.
anterior e
But
já vai
Mortius
partindo
is
pra um controle
not
melhor de dragão.
combat
Estão aqui
components.
posicionados, o Telas vem chegando,
It's
mas o
just
resto do time
how we
não
pronounce
veio,
the
por
E.
isso vão ter
So it's
três
Linkus,
vezes,
right? Okay.
possivelmente quatro
Yeah,
jogadores
like
da
for
PEN
these sort of names, like if I don't know the
fazer
player
esse
wants
dragão aqui
to
de
have the
boa, vai
English
assistindo.
pronunciation, like
Agora
the
o Tite vem fechando.
anglicized
De novo
pronunciation,
pra
I try
cima
and
do
match
Tite,
like
o Tite
whatever y'all
puxou.
use. Ah, that's the combo I'm talking about, right? Like you,
Vai saindo, foi
ooh, rocket is land. But that's the combo. That's why Blitz Jinx is actually still playable. Is you put the chompers down and you do the pull. So they just did that to Gigs. They need to commit, take, okay, and then disengage. Oh. Oh no! Marvin missed the Chains of Corruptions! On a static target, he missed! Giggs is buying a lot of space and time. It's 2 for 2 so far. Yo, he's jumping back. 3 for 2. But the 2 carries are up. Wait, can they find ASO? They can't find ASO! Linkus is crushing them! Oh man, Linkus is actually coming online 2-0 and 3 right now. And the triple kill for Mortius. Oh, no, Pain. This is really good engage. Even here, it's actually really clutch. Like, Pain is low on health, and they still do a lot of damage. I think the big deal is that with Rylai's, Linkus creates so much space. And he gets to just free fire the entire time. Same as Mortius. The two of them are just... The 2 carries get to free fire. No threat. Yeah, and they just keep resetting on that. Oh! Cats is out of mana. If they could kill Lynx, maybe they could try and make something happen, but Link was so free and so safe. And now this goal lead, 2.5k, you're only at 500. Kate Stars are in a good position. Smooth Cats overrated, like outdated, long have we waited, Link is activated. Yeah, this ASO pick is an issue. I mean, Kate Stars had a great answer. Did Cats prepare something for this? This time you got counter pick, so there's nothing you can do about that, but I'm just like thinking, going for it in this series. Does ASO become a must ban for Pain? I don't know what Yips was doing. I wasn't paying attention to Yips in that fight as much, so... I think he killed somebody, but... Yeah, I couldn't say. Oh man, look at this item disparity right now between Cats and Link. Because Linkus didn't buy boots, he's using magical footwear. He gets the haunting guys. And he's got a fully completed Rylai's. Cats is sat on a Archangel Staff, not converted yet, and no components for the second item. This ASO is so accelerated. He just walked around and died, damn. Not what we want to see from the Yips Aatrox, unfortunately. I don't know, last game he had some good and some bad flanks from Renekton. Hopefully it's this game where he just has like 1 or 2 bad flanks and then the rest are going to be good. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay, Pain got the second set of Edu, but Shelly is a whole different beast. And they're not in position for this. Are we going to team fight? Okay. Okay, great wall. Really great wall. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Surely Linkus dies here, right? He just keeps breathing on them the entire time. Wait, is that an ace? No, Tyrion gets out. Holy crap. Yo, I didn't think... Holy crap. Yo, Cats is so insane here. Like, generally, Cats is so nutty. Oh, that's a beautiful CC chain. The AoE was really, really good. It was almost like spot on perfection. Chains of Corruption lands this time and actually catches multiple members. Linkus did really well though. Linkus did a disproportionate amount of damage considering how the fight started. It was like Linkus versus the world, and Linkus didn't win, but Linkus definitely hurt the world.
Cara, foi simplesmente sensacional. O time da PEN só saiu varrendo tudo. E aí um triple kill pro Marvin, que tava ali um pouquinho atrás. Opa!
Oh, no. Tell us? No.
Não tem como parar o Telas.
Bit of a yikes situation right there.
Retoma o controle do jogo.
Alright, let's go.
Com o Arauto, esse
Yeah,
abate.
that was crazy from Pin.
Tem outro dragão já Colossus. A vantagem de ouro
It's so rare we see like that perfect and engaged anymore in this day and age. But the Weaver's wall, perfect cutoff, and all of them got clustered in a bad spot. I don't think we get to see that again this game. I think K-Stars will be much more aware of the possibility of that happening.
3K só naquela jogadinha ali do Arauto, cara. Então,
This
eles
is not.
conseguiram
Yes, it is not
várias
Hell's
eliminações, conseguem kill pra cima
That is
dos
indeed a fair
jogadores do time
statement.
da VKS. Arauto, que ainda vai
It's
ser
really
um
unfortunate too, because I think Tails is actually a really
tá
good
aí,
player.
no total, é o Marvin
He's one of the
que
supports I
lidera
think is actually
7.100 em
CBLOL already.
nesse momento.
Him,
Muito forte na partida.
Gigs
O
for sure,
Morpheus tá ali
Costream.
pertinho ainda também, só que já é uma diferença de quase 1000 em relação aos atiradores.
O Arauto é deixado pelo meio.
Yeah, Tails did play. I think he played like 1 or 2 games in CBLOL last split or 2 splits ago. Okay. TP flank. Yo, Cats is 1v3? Oh, he's dead. Okay. I was like, is he gonna do damage? Oh, Marvin's getting wrecked in the back right now. Where's the team? Team? Nice big burst. 1 for 1 so far. And all throughout this, Yups is just split pushing top. And this came at the expense of TP from Turin. But I want to see what happened to Cats, because Cats got picked, like, even without the TP. Why are we fighting this? Oh, because TP, that's why. Never mind. That's why we're fighting this. Oh my goodness, Yups! Yups Aatrox, put some respect on this champion! Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. Okay, much better from K-Stars. They didn't get all corralled into the same place this time. So they did much better. Even when Yups came in, they managed to scatter. So Yups didn't like one-shot everybody in that combo. Holy crap, pain. This is my pain. I'm not sure Kate was such a mess last year, it's hard to remember. Yeah. Yeah, actually Kate was, considering the roster they had with like, yeah, last year they did have a bit of a bad split, weirdly enough. The change in coaching staff was definitely giga huge for this K-Stars Academy roster. And for the K-Stars roster, for that matter. Kate in CBLOL was a bigger mess. That Growl roster was fun to watch, but hard to cheer for as a fan. Oh, good collapse from TT and Linkus there. Yeah, that pick up to Cats was pretty huge. I'm surprised Marvin didn't die there. I think it says a lot about how the Blink phase went for Tyrion, that you got solo time with the Varus, who's immobile, didn't burn flash, and didn't die. This part, I thought Pain were inting for a second. And then Yips came in like a wrecking ball. Good scatter. Like, they got hit once, clumped, and then they just managed to all split up so that Yips didn't absolutely destroy them. But that's a lot of flashes blown.
Fechar toda a situação.
Oh my goodness.
A equipe da VKS se complicou e o Tyrion se complicou de novo. Tentou passar com o fatiar e picar pela parede, mas precisou gastar.
Okay, we are about 20 minutes and we've got a 7k gold lead. I asked for 2.5. Pain have outdone themselves. I don't think he needed to do that, but hey, fair play. After the last time, Cats wasn't gonna mess around and find out, you know?
T1 do bot estava quase levando essa T2. Toda a Cade fecha por ali para impedir esse avanço. Ele tem que dar uma recuada.
It's a Cloud Soul. Is that good for this comp? Actually, I really like Cloud Soul with Aatrox specifically because I think it really helps him. He pops Road Ender and he actually finds much better backline engage. So I kind of like it with that. I actually like Cloud Soul as well with Darius and Garen. I know that their ults, usually it's not as easy to proc their ult, but I still think the additional movement speed helps a lot for these less mobile champions. So, pretty happy with Cloud. I'm okay with Cloud Soul for Pain this game. And for Cades, it's not a bad thing that's Cloud Soul. Because if this was like Inferno or Hextech, then this would be very hard for them. Or even Mountain would be really tough for them, actually. Tyrion is also not having a good series. I thought he did okay last game on the Gnar. But I agree, this Renekton was not it. That's why I don't know why they blinded this. I feel like you just pick your support there instead. And I guess they wanted to hold for like Blitzcrank potential counter. It didn't work out. I would much rather have seen counter pick for Tyrion, because Tyrion's a good carry player as well. Like if you give him a counter matchup. Again, like his Naur last game was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like a hard counter. Even though he didn't win the lane like he should have, his team fighting from Tyrion was actually really solid last game. Let's see if he can team fight this game. It's harder on Renekton, but so far, yeah, it has not gone well for him. That is very, very fair to say. Oh, Link is... Oh no, that's XP level. Never mind. I thought that was damage for a second. Yeah, Link is doing really well though this series. He's impressed me a lot. I don't know how Castream keeps finding all these good mid laners. Okay. Giggs is mobile though. He gets out. This is actually really bad. Marvin flashed over the wall. He can't participate in this fight. This is Yups or die. Okay. It's Yups or die. And it's Yups right now. How is Yups only 2-1-4? I feel like he's having so much impact and he's got such low KP. How is he doing this? That's crazy. Like, I thought that Pain was screwed when Marvin had to flash over the wall and he's on hit Varus, so his poke is not strong. He has to like stand there and actually auto. But, damn. Just damn. Giggs as well is doing such a good job. He's so mobile. They found the pick, but they couldn't hold him there. And Giggs just gets over. And they burned so much on him initially. Yeah, right there, Marvin ends up flashing. I got scared about that. Because he doesn't get to participate in this fight. But Giggs soaks everything and gets out. And so, like, the amount of cooldowns are pretty low. Oh, Yups right there. He just can't get the kills. But he's doing so much damage, he's forcing them out. But he just can't get the kills. Yeah. No, the strat of picking red side, blinding top lane, and last game was crushed the whole fest. Agreed. If you do this game 1, I'm okay with it, right? Because game 1's when you experiment, and you really wanted the Blitzcrank counter pick in game 1. Okay, I understand. Game 2 is a little bit iffy. If you lose this game as Castream, you cannot afford to play around with this sort of thing anymore. Like, you just have to make sure you go for the highest percentage play, which is top lane counter pick. Because top lane's an island. It's the hardest lane to influence the 1v1 matchup. Like, you can gank it, but even then, the matchup is still... It's the most matchup dependent lane. Yeah, Yups. It feels like Yups is carrying to the eye test, but then I look down and he's like 6 KP. The Nyx lowest is like 11 KP from Cats. That's kind of crazy. And I think Cats is the other one who's really standing out for me in terms of the team fights right now. But I guess my eyes are lying to me because Marvin is 7-1-5. Oh, so Tatu's huge this game. A lot of times, I get a bit worried when Tatu's like trying to make plays because he dies a lot, or he overextends. But this game has been like the perfect balance of aggression and not throwing from Tatu. That's why he's got such high KP. He's finding good fights. It helps that his team's ahead, but yeah. Well played from Tatu. Linkus is doing a phenomenal job right now. He's doing so much damage. His damage numbers at the end, I suspect, should be the highest in his team by a decent margin. Mortis might catch up if the game goes on though. Mortis is 2 items down. And he didn't go for the stupid static shift build, so... Oh, we just burnt a Maokai ultimate and did not catch Yups. Like, it snared him, but there was no follow-up, so... Kind of a wasted ultimate. Oh, they caught Marvin with Disguise Descent. Okay. Oh, Linkus is dead. Ooh, that's giga huge. The moment Linkus is dead, Castream can't hold against the push. Oh. 40 seconds? They can push for another turret? Maybe? Yeah, they can push for another turret, I think. They have to wait for it. Oh, I like this from Yups, rotating down to bot side to pressure. Okay, 15 seconds. I think they can get the turret before Linkus respawns. Can they get inhib? They're gonna push 10 seconds. They don't have engage. Oh, actually, they do have engage from Quiggs if they want to force this. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the engage we're talking about. Nice and quick. Linkus is back up though. This gets a bit scary now. Oh, they're still sticking around. They really want this. They actually get it? Dang. I think Mordia's game is 90% harder since Vi can just ult him and kill him. Yes. 100%. That's why, like, coming into today, I said the sort of bands that I want to see, or the contested picks, are Vi, Zeri, and Aatrox. Those were my 3 picks that I thought would be hotly contested. So far, Zeri's been permabanned, which is good. Vi has been given over for free, which is bad. And Aatrox is given over for free, which is bad. I think they're just not respecting these guys enough. And now they're paying the price, the iron price. 12k, 13k, almost gold lead for Pain. Ah, man. Like, K-Star's comp is, if they can reach like a decent point by 20-30 minutes, it should be stronger. But they're so far behind, it's just so hard for them to play. And they already lost an inhib too, so it's not like Pain is taking this slow. Pain's not giving them a chance to catch their breath. Dragon, oh, Elder, because it's full stack from Pain. Yeah, the game's accelerated too fast for this K-Star comp, unfortunately. The bridge was supposed to be Tyrion, but I think Pain did a really good job shutting Tyrion down very early, and the Telas Blitzcrank did not impact the bot lane as much as you wanted. Like, if this doesn't help win the bot lane, then yeah, you got problems with this.
Para mim, a equipe da VKS está deixando o jogo correr muito frouxo no começo da partida.
On the other hand, because there's no real tank for Pain, if Telas can land a good hook into the whole team, maybe you can kill them. Maybe. Oh, I love the little thumbs up. Emo thumbs up. He knew he done goofed.
A Cade, até agora, era o primeiro no campeonato em relação a torres derrubadas, em relação a dragões feitos, quase 4 dragões por jogo, 73% dos dragões eram deles. Nesse confronto aqui, nessa melhor
Pain just fall back to Baron. They set up Vision. Oh, they missed the ward. Unfortunate.
Eles estão, como eu falei, estão sendo completamente doutrinados.
They do not know, unfortunate. I don't know how I feel about this ward here, because you can't see into bushes. So, oh, that hook. If that hook landed from Telas, it would be huge. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that ward there, because you can't see into the bushes. So it's like, okay. I think I'd rather see the ward here, and then you get to see up to about there, I think. But then I guess they're afraid of a ward there. Okay. Baron has been started. K-Stars, no. Oh, good dodge away. Oh, we're just looking for the fight, it's Pain. Oh my goodness, Linkus. That's sick from Linkus. Oh my goodness, that should have won them the fight. Dude, I'm so sad for K-Stars. That's game. I respect K-Stars. That is a call to make, and it's not even a bad call. But the fact that they landed that on so many people and only Giggs looks low on health, man, this was just brutal. Ooh, jeez. Oh, they missed the mid to river entrance too. Yeah. Good thing Pain didn't care. Pain didn't care about Vision because they wanted a beta fight. But yeah, I was actually no. Yeah, Tatu did get a haircut. Okay, my bad. I think it was you, Dark Knight, who called that Tatu had a haircut earlier, but. And I was like, oh no, it looks the same. No, he did have a haircut. You're right. I didn't see it with the headphones on. It didn't look that different, but yeah, it definitely looks shorter. Huh. Reverse sweep angle spoots. Hey, you know what? If there is a team that can do it, K-Stars did just reverse sweep in the what was it, lower bracket of the CBLOL playoffs. So the coaching staff should have some experience with this. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Pain Zeshi. I want Pain to win, but I want K-Stars to win the next game because I want a series. I want more games. Basically, I don't feel like we got to see. This is not the best of K-Stars. You know, like we haven't got to see the best of this team yet. Dark Knight, going back to what you're saying about Mordius, I fully agree. I think Mordius is being put in a bad spot this game. But game one, even in game one, actually no, game one he was put in a good spot, right? But they didn't gank him. And then now in the second game, the Jinx was not being set up like terribly well for success. He tried, but your laning was just so rough. This Telas Blitzcrank was not it. Going to game 3, I need to see the support being blinded. If you're given a choice between counter top or counter support, you gotta counter top. Like, this bot lane is not, like, especially if you're going a Jinx. If this was like a Lucian, Draven, Kalista, then okay, I understand you want to counter bot because those need to snowball really hard. But if it's a freaking Jinx, you don't need to counter. You just need to pick a safe lane. Pick like a Braum here and you're good to go, you know? Ludwig Van, you can't go do that. So yeah, Braum is perfectly fine. And then super safe for the Jinx. Linkus did incredible. Like, his ASOL is a problem. Even though it didn't carry this game, I would almost want to see Pain. Well, yeah, I think you need to keep Rumble. I think you need to keep Zeri. Maybe ban it out here, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Cats, they did still manage to win. Cats still won out early, but that ASOL was really, really scary for K-Stars. I think that's a good piece you can play around. Like, give Morty something with mobility and agency, and then pick the ASOL. I think that's a good strategy for K-Stars. If Tyrion and Tela show up instead of those medium bots, you'll believe it. First game was rough, no team. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Vi is an issue, right? Like, but it would be an issue for any AD carry. Like, no matter who Mortius picks here. Actually, no, he could have gone Xayah. But Xayah doesn't like playing Tavares, so understandable. But the Vi is going to screw everybody that's for Xayah over. And they saw the Jinx before they picked the Vi. So. I think just give Marvin Kalista, man. Like, just give Marvin Kalista. Ban Vi instead. Or, hear me out, K-Stars pick blue side. Just pick blue. Then you can pick the Vi first pick if you want. Or you can pick the Azir for Lynx if you want. You know, I think K-Stars go blue side for game 3. That makes it a lot easier. But I agree. I think Tyrion and give Tyrion to carry. I think if you give Tyrion to carry, it'll be better. He played better on the Gnar. But yeah, Tyrion and Telas need to step up a bit. This is not my K-Stars. This is not the K-Stars Academy that we saw on Thursday. So, yeah. Like, Linkus is being a huge carry right now. But Mortius has been another huge carry for your team. Like, give Mortius a better matchup. I think Linkus in the mid lane is easier for him to play a bad matchup than it is for Mortius in the bot lane. So, yeah. But I really like Linkus' ASOL. It's really nice. I'm very happy that a lot of the Academy teams have good Aurelion souls. It's like last split when everybody could play Azir. It feels like in Academy, they all put in the time on the ASOL, which is really good. Because sometimes when I look at like CBLOL, some of them feel like, oh, they can't play ASOL, or like we can't play like Azir, or you know, like super meta champions we might not be that comfortable on. That to me is not okay. Oh. So MVP this game. I actually don't know who I want to give MVP to. I think the team did really, really, really well. Pain as a whole has done really, really well. That's why I want Fearless Draft. Yeah, kind of. There was a discussion, because LPL is going to do Fearless Draft, about whether it's good or bad. I think it's not necessarily better for players, but I think it's a lot more interesting. Yeah, there we go. This is what I thought would happen. Linkus doubled the next closest damage on his team. Linkus did incredible. This guy is ace for the team this game. 100%. I don't know how K-Stars keeps finding all these really good rookie mid laners. Like Laleko. Okay, Tukui they imported. Fine. But Laleko, really good. Incredible. The way he popped up was incredible. Linkus is doing kind of similar things to Laleko in that he just got dropped halfway through the split into tier 2. He's brand new to this. And this guy is doing really, really well. Yeah, I don't know who to give MVP to for Pain Gaming. Like, gun to hit, I'd say Yups, but I'm going to be honest, that's an eye test. The stats don't agree that Yups is the big carry on this team. I mean, he did a lot of damage, to be fair. But, yeah, I don't know. The eye test looked really good. But Tatu was incredible, man. Like, his map pressure was insane. They hit to Cats? Okay, that's fine too. Yeah, Cats was incredibly mechanical. I'd have given to Cats game 1, personally, but I thought he did even better in game 1. But the fact that, hey, he won against the ASOL is pretty big too, so I'm fine with that. You give MVP to Yups or Tatu? Yeah, same. Exactly same. Long term is better for players, especially the young ones. We actually had this discussion about NACL on a couple of podcasts I was on earlier this season when NACL started running the modified Fearless draft. And I think the idea, I know Kelsey Moser weighed in and she was saying that she didn't like it because she thinks that in Academy or Tier 2, the goal should be to improve mechanics and basics, like fundamentals. Champ pool is not a big deal. Sorry, Tabs, I don't mean to write across your face, but there we go. Yeah, in Tier 2, it should be about fundamentals. So Kelsey Moser doesn't think it's a great idea. And the argument against it for Tier 1 is that you don't get good matchups. Like in LPL, there are already enough niche picks that people feel like it's not going to be that good because then you can't, like, you're forcing players onto their like champions are not as good at. Personally, my view is that viewership is king. Yeah, I actually like this trophy a lot. Can you imagine dropping this in one of these snaps? Wait, my stupid thing is working now. This is what happens when we have long breaks. I try and draw because I'm bored, even though it's really, really ugly. Yeah, I think viewership is king, and I think Fearless is good for viewership because I think people are bored of seeing the same picks over and over and over and over again. So, yeah, I would like Fearless personally. Now, I do think that this will be really bad for minor regions. Like, I think all the minor regions are going to suffer at Worlds if we try and do this. But I am okay with it. And I'm down to see... And I think coaching staff is going to suffer a lot if we do this. Because in a best of 5, and I'm talking about like real Fearless, not the stupid... Or not stupid. Not the NACL modified Fearless, where once a team plays it once, you can't play it again. No, I mean, like, if somebody picks it, nobody can play it. Because in a best of 5, if you go 5 games... full 5 games, by the time you hit game 5, that is 8 Fearless bans from being played, plus 10 potential bans. If you want to screw one row over, like, blue side is going to be so OP by game... Oh, bleu. This is French. I'm Canadian. I can use French. I don't actually speak any French. I didn't take any French in school. But, yeah, I think blue will be OP by game 5. In a situation like this, because you can just pick one and then just pinch everything out, and then assuming like 5 bans each, right? So you could 5 ban, 1 roll, first pick it, and then that will be 13 bans in one position. 14 plus 1 shadow ban, so 14 bans in one position. That is the argument against it, because now technically every mid laner will need to know at the very least 15 champions. That's a minimum in any one role. Yeah. That's it. I like Fearless. I'm on it. You don't know, at least in Brazil for international events, champion pool seems to be a problem for 1 or 2 players. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that... Yeah, you know what? Actually, you're right. It's probably better in Tier 2, to start in Tier 2, to get people's champ pools up. Yeah. Like I said, I think it'll be really tough for players, but I would like this. I think this is good. And I think it will make for some really fun game 5s when people have to start picking like really off-meta champions or champions that you don't normally see. I like it. I like Fearless. So, yeah, definitely down for that. You know which region would be really good in a Fearless? The VCS. The VCS already plays such weird, crazy things. VCS and LPL will probably dominate Fearless if it happens. NA might struggle a little bit too. LEC might also be kind of good. At least on Tier 2 would make a change here. Yeah. You know what? For Tier 2, I'd say modified Fearless. Do the NACL Fearless draft. I think this would be a good change. It's the NACL Fearless for Tier 2. For CBLOL Academy. Modified Fearless is not that bad. It's not that hard. So I think we can start with that, and then like for the main CBLOL, run like real Fearless, like genuine Fearless. Oh yeah, attack. Bro, some of this makes no sense, man. I swear. But yeah, no, I'd be down for that. I'm actually a big fan of it. Wait, this is a new segment.
Sempre ele tá com uma mão no mouse e a outra mão ele tá fazendo aqui, ó. Tá tipo assim, jogando feitiço na câmera, no monitor. Tá entrando na tela, tá saindo, tá se mexendo. Sempre tá fazendo feitiço.
Okay, Tatu is trolling gigs. I just don't know about what.
Não, pô, tipo, acho que entre eu acho que entre nós dois, acho que eu.
Yeah, this is pre-haircut Tatu.
A PN Academy ela tem sistema de defesa.
Fresh cuts for finals.
Meio difícil. Não é usado muitas vezes, mas sempre que é usado vai pra esse lado. Tchau. Tchau.
I like to see that they've seemed to have pretty good synergy together. Seem pretty chill.
Salve galera, Tavius aqui. É um prazer
Okay.
inenarrável estar com vocês.
Oh yeah,
E
MSI.
ainda
We were talking
mais,
MSI.
agora,
That's what I was trying to pull up.
Vamos falar de Ignis Cup. As qualificatórias chegaram ao fim e trouxeram alguns destaques interessantes entre os
Yeah, so I think
times
we got very
classificados
lucky
aos
with Group
playoffs.
B.
Começando
Group A is really, really tough.
pela
You've got
T1,
T1. And then I think PSG and Fly are both pretty good teams. So even if Estral is like the best team that LA's put together in a while, I just think it's really hard for Estral to get out. Like I don't see them beating two of these teams. Like I think you're lucky if you beat Fly or PSG already, but you got to do not one, you got to beat both. So I think if Loud got put in this situation, I am just depressed. That's really, really tough. But we got a better group. Top Esports is really, really strong. We'll probably lose to them. That's fine. Like I said, I'm happy we can win one game. But Fnatic and Gamma are beatable. Definitely beatable. If Loud can't win here, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. Like, I'm scared to hope, but yeah. Also, format for MSI. Ooh, what did I just do? What did I... Okay, I screwed up the sizing. That's okay. That's it. I actually really like this format, the GSL format. I would have preferred best of 5s, but best of 3s are okay too. It's better than best of 1s. Because usually we have like best of 1 round robin and things get kind of messy. I think our record against Fnatic is 1-0. We faced them once last year, or was it the year before? And our record against Gam is 1-1. So this group is very, very actually close across the board. And then once we get into this round as well, the second stage, I like this sort of double elimination bracket. I think it's really, really fair. It gives everybody more games, more chances as well. That more than anything else, that's why I want Loud to win here in the group stages, because it gives them more international experience too. Like more games is always good. I don't care that much about like how deep a run they can make, but I want them to just get more games in. It was 2022 Worlds? Okay, thank you, yeah. I couldn't remember it was like last year or the year before. I know that we won, but it was just like a best of 1, right? So I think it was 1-0. Yeah. Best of 3s are much better. I'm glad for that. PSG PTSD would kick it across. Yeah, we got spanked by PSG at Worlds and MSI, man. Like, I don't know. PSG is a hard team to beat. They did change up their roster though, from what we used to see at Worlds and whatnot. Yeah, they lost Wako. Betty's pretty good though, so I don't think like it was much of a downgrade. I do think Betty didn't look that good this split though. In the regular season, like there were moments where Betty kind of screwed up, but then in playoffs when it mattered, he clutched. So yeah, I think PSG is still just as strong as they were, even though like they didn't win the regular season. They just own the PCS, PSG somehow. Yeah. Yeah, this I don't know about this Gam roster. Actually, Spoods. I don't actually. Why don't Spoods, if you don't mind, would you mind like just DMing me about Gam? Like, because I know that you do the VCS stuff, so. You probably know much more about them. I actually don't know too much about GAM, so would appreciate if you could like talk me up on that. I know about PSG, I followed them. I don't know about Estral too much, but I mean, y'all have already told me about them a little bit. Cody's really good. I know Loud, I know FlyQuest. I don't know too much about Fnatic actually. I've not been following them. And T1's T1, so yeah. But I probably should know about GAM. I am potentially going on a podcast tomorrow morning, so I should probably try and figure out more about them. Oh, you didn't cover the split at all? I thought y'all covered some games, but then stopped because of the whole thing. Appreciate it, Spoods. Yeah, I did not really follow the VCS much, so
tomando
Yeah, maybe I'll hit up Rebel as well.
sacode aqui com
If you guys didn't cover, I don't know if Rebel would have
nessa
like
pegada,
watched it,
jogou
but
já, é o terceiro dia dessa super
yeah.
semana de 4 dias que
Yeah,
eles
very
vêm
early on, I knew.
jogando, e eu acho que
Yeah,
esse
Junji is still there, so still.
movimento tem
PSG is more than just
feito
Junji.
a
I actually
VKS
think of PSG
penar
more
um
with like
pouco
the
o
Wako
campeão,
team, like their AD
funcionou
carries,
muito pra
but
campeã.
oh, K-Star did go on blue
Inclusive,
side.
fez
Nice.
bons jogos
I like this. I
contra a
appreciate
própria
this.
PEN,
I love it when I'm
com a
actually right in what I'm
Então,
saying.
isso, ter essa-
Because sometimes I say
esse
things and I am
conforto
completely wrong.
em suas
So
mãos, eu acho
kind of
que
glad that I'm
dá
getting
uma
this right.
quebrada nele, e
Which
com isso a VKS
podcast?
agora avançou. Vai ter que achar uma outra
So
proposta,
Dark Knight, I
mas
saw
principalmente um jogador que brilha tanto.
Nymera recommended me to Monte Cristo for Summoning
Mas ele
Insight,
ia mudar,
that podcast.
É porque parece
So
que-
I'm
Pois é,
think I'm
parece
on for that.
que tá na mesma página,
Yeah,
parece
it's like
que,
10 o'clock
ah,
Pacific,
eles,
so
com
that's
essa
what
força que eles poderiam
2
ter
o'clock
colocado no
p.m.
early game, não é o que
Brazilian
a
time,
gente
I
tá
guess.
vendo por aqui, então estão
Yeah.
meio destacados, uma
Pretty excited to be there.
questão
I have been on
de
Monty
quatro
Stream once
jogando
before.
com tanta propriedade
Yeah,
aqui,
and I was just
assim,
like talking
na
up
segunda
Brazil
partida.
and as a whole, so
Vocês acham aqui,
always happy to be there.
Tânio, Azir e
Okay,
Pega
we are not
Pictalia?
Não acho que a Thalia seja.
we're not banning the Aatrox. Okay, we are not
Ou Varus é o problema?
banning the Vi either.
O Varus,
Kate
quando a
Stars
PEN
went with
não pega, a
the Azir
PEN
ban, which I appreciate,
então,
and the
a
Jax ban, which I
possibilidade
still don't
deles
think is
banirem por estar no
necessary.
lado vermelho é gigantesca.
I think
Retiraram, então.
do we Vi first pick here?
Mas abre a
Agora pode ser
Tristana.
Thalia.
Just to deny Vi?
Abre a Tristana que tava aberta.
I mean, you can always go
sem
Tahm Kench too,
corrida até
or
agora,
Zaya.
e aí
Those are all
vem a
options.
brincadeira do swap.
Exato.
Post in
Será
the
que
Costream in
agora
the Discord.
VKS com as costas
For sure.
contra a
Thanks, mate.
parede
Yeah.
vai tentar fazer o swap? Tá aí. A
Yeah,
Tristana
like once
apareceu.
I'll probably post like on
Pode
my
ir
Twitter
nos
and the
links,
Caster feed
sabe que
closer to the
ela
date,
um flex
closer to the
poderoso
time once I
que
get like
pode
more
ir
confirmed.
também nas
Oh,
mãos do Morteu,
I forgot about Tristana.
fazendo swap ou não, né? Já que ela tem um
Yeah,
poder
Link
de
is
posição
really good on
muito forte
Tristana.
nesse jogo,
Kate Stars is
por
good
isso
on the
muitos
lanes,
estão
or
especulando
did well
que
with the
ela
lane
vá
swaps with the
fazer essa
Tristana as well.
movimentação logo
So
no começo.
Tristana tem no
Yeah, Kaboom and Kate Stars
Tristana
probably do
tem
the best on
cheiro
the lane
de
swaps.
swap, né?
Sim.
Ela meio que dá a
So,
entender que time
Antigamente
this is a
também
threat
era
of
por
that.
ela, né, que muito desse
Um,
swap vinha.
That should be really, really interesting. Because now Yups can't just blind an Aatrox or like some sort of carry. You gotta pick something that could survive a lane swap.
Temos Lucian e Maokai pra galera da PEN e tira do tight esse Maokai.
Só que Marvin e Giggs
The Lucian PNG.A. I'm with you though. I really don't like the Lucian picks that we're seeing right now. I'm crying a little bit inside. Wait, I can cry outside. Why am I just not just crying right now?
Vamos ver como fica essa
Yeesh.
Tristana, se vai vir na mão do Morteu, se vai vir na mão do Link, se vai ter swap.
I mean,
ou
Lucian
não,
is
pode ser
decent.
que tiver
Is not bad in a lane swap. So it's not like a
mais uma questão
bad
de
thing
ter
to
os
do.
carregadores que demoram muito pra entrar no jogo.
Pois é,
on
tá
paper
aí,
it
por
makes sense, you know.
enquanto, A Cade vai deixando o mid laner de lado. A gente vai
It's just that the
foco
execution on
na
the
parte
Lucian has not been
superior
great
do
so
mapa, e
far. So
talvez, né, tanto
I
Selva
kind of
como
hesitate
suporte
a
pra
little
Serel,
bit.
eu acho que é mais a carinha do
You know, I guess this is time
Tide,
when
o
we have
Telos
faith.
pode trazer um outro campeão de
This is one of those times
pra
where we just have to
jogar
trust that a team knows what
essa
they're doing.
Tristana. E daí, a PEN realmente fechou nessa dupla de Lucia e Nami. Maokai parece o draft que a equipe
Oh,
da
this is actually really
VKS
interesting.
fez,
I've been
né,
calling
no
for this,
primeiro
so I'm glad
jogo
we're seeing
da
this
série de
Aatrox
Lava
for
É um
Tyrion.
draft forte, não dá pra dizer que é fraco,
Because
é muito forte.
Tyrion's also a really good Aatrox player. Yups did a great job on it. I think Tyrion can do the same. But this does tell me, or this suggests to me, we're not seeing lane swap. No lane swap. Because, yeah, Aatrox cannot handle a lane swap situation, especially not into Lucianami. Lucianami would just destroy Aatrox. So, yeah, I think we see standard lanes. This is probably going to be mid, I think. Mid for Linkers. It's still good mid. You get a lot of prio. I'm curious what Pain used to punish this. We often see Talia as an answer, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really think Talia is that good into... It's okay into Tristana. Pain banned this, so they still think this is AD carry. They still think lane swap? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we just lane swap anyways. This is interesting.
Na vitória passada.
I don't know what to
E aí,
think now.
Agora a equipe da VKS retira Ione. Interessante, porque o Ione, ele tem essa matchup direta contra o Atrox. Ele é um counter de Atrox.
I mean, I guess you can go Tristana bot lane into Lucian. She technically her level 1 through 5 or 1 through 3 is really good. It's really good. Level 1 especially, you can definitely beat out Lucian. Even level 2, I think you still win that. So maybe that's what we're thinking. It's just... Or maybe what... I don't know. Okay, that is a bot lane Tristana.
Era muito mais forte.
Okay,
No playoff ele jogou
weird.
3 vezes e mas só
That's okay. I like the ASO from Linkers. I think this is really, really good. And you've got mixed damage, so... The comp from Kate Stars is really solid as a whole. I really like this composition.
antes desse rush
Yeah,
final.
Cade is confusing.
De todo
But
modo,
hey,
eu falei que
if you're a
precisava
Cade
de
fan, that's a good
frente,
thing.
né, que precisava de
Because
alguém pra suprir
the more confusing you
essa
are, the
lane.
harder it is for
Eu
your
acho que o
opponents to figure you out. And
atende
besides,
ao
like I said,
que
this is still a
eu
really good
pedi,
draft.
o que eu achava que
It's got
precisava.
really good balance. It's got good skilling. It's got good. You've got strength in early game, in the mid game, and in the late game. So it's a really good balance. And on top of that, Tristana also skills up really well into the late game. So, okay, well, we just swapped that all around, and I forgot the screenshot. So,
Aquele monte de jogo que a PEN fez
okay, we've gone with the Hui handshake.
desse rush final.
It's not bad.
De todo modo, eu falei que precisava linha de frente, né, que
I don't
precisava
think it's
de alguém pra
amazing, but it's not
suprir.
bad.
Conseguiu
It's
fazer
a good
com que ele
pick into
crescesse de forma, vamos dizer assim, de forma acelerada.
into
Ele foi
the
aos
A-Soul.
poucos e aí o jogo foi
I just don't know why we banned
conforme
Talia
esse
here.
Aurelion tentava crescer.
I don't feel like that was necessary. Like, I think the Talia is better for you than to just kind of give.
Pode ser.
Like, if they pick it, that's better than. Yeah, then you could have picked A-Soul if you wanted, you know? Like, I just find this a bit weird.
Muda muito desse
Cassante wins early, Lucian Nami wins early, Hui goes late.
jogar mais como playmaker.
Kate starts had better skilling. So I like the Kate Stars comp more. I'm not a huge fan of this. I can see why they did it. Lucian Nami is really good. You can just run over lane from there. But Cassante as the answer to Aatrox, that's okay. Hui, it just feels like our first picks went early and then we just went, oh, we might have screwed up. Like this is to me is like 2.5 out of 5. The last two picks, like it's okay. Or I'll give you a 3 out of 5 for the last two picks. They're okay. This is fine. This is okay. This is really good. I like this. 4.5 or 5 out of 5 draft for Arcade Stars. I really like it. Talia ban was just baffling. Yeah, exactly. That was my bigger issue is that I know they can take the Talia, but if they take the Talia, you can take the Aso, right? You were scared of a Cassidy encounter for Aso. It's okay. They were probably... One thing that I always have to remind myself in draft is that teams scrim, and they might have scrim information that we don't know. Also, we don't know what they're thinking about, right? They might have thought something else, so...
Como você já falou, Gruntar, que são tão importantes para VKS, que tá sofrendo nesse começo, que tá tomando sempre o First Blood, já falamos por aqui, que a equipe que dá o First
I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just hoping it works out for them. Actually, no. I want Kate to win this game. What am I saying? Then we get more games.
O Lynx tentando se coordenar para colocar uma ward um pouco mais avançada, PEN sabe disso, já estavam por ali. Então, a bot lane tá no lugar onde deveriam
Yeah, standard
estar,
lanes,
né,
as we kind of expected.
Então, acredito
Nothing
que
too
vai ser um
crazy.
jogo mais padrão com,
Yeah, you
o
can't lane swap
Mordeus
with the Aatrox.
tentando crescer
So I want to see Mordeus.
no passar do
Like,
jogo.
technically, you can't take over the lane. We saw it happen in game 1 when Lucian falls behind. So we'll see if Mordeus can actually win out the early game and then just dominate from there.
Como é que deve ser essa execução para vocês fecharem esse 3 a 0?
Eu acho que a série está a ser bastante dominante da nossa parte. E então nós escolhemos fazer um estilo de jogo um pouquinho mais agressivo no early game.
Can still hear the pain chants.
Naquilo que nós estamos a fazer de bem.
It's almost louder than the interview.
A mudança de lado não foi bem a nossa escolha, mas nós estamos bem confortáveis com o headset.
É isso daí. Vamos ver, Gruntar, se termina agora ou não.
Beleza, show. Obrigado, BP. Obrigado, Lagolas. Vamos que vamos, porque o time da PEN tem essa composição mais difícil de ser encaixada, né? Mais difícil de ser executada. Eles precisam desse Lucian dando a cara.
Got to get more water. That's fine.
Precisam desse
I'll tank one game without water. Let's go.
Espaço pro Rui trabalhar. É uma composição um pouquinho mais diferente, um pouquinho mais difícil de ser executada, mas o nível 2, de novo, a PEN pegou na frente ali no bot.
E de novo eles vão botando essa pressão na bot lane da VKS, né? O Quats já vai também.
Okay, we're trying to track where Thati is. That's interesting. Well, one thing we didn't touch on is the fact, I guess, we've got both utility junglers again. So Tatu's not playing aggro this time with the Maokai.
Facilita muito o jogo da PEN, principalmente porque eles vão ver que o Tide tá vindo para parte de baixo.
A little bit curious why we dropped this word here to track where Thati is. Is it just to give bot lane safety? I think so. Because they're not invading or anything on this.
Mesmo lado do mapa, então com isso eles podem naturalmente se encontrar, né, nessa disputa aqui pela bot lane, já que o Maokai ele combina muito.
Yeah, PEN will have a stronger mid game. I kind of need to see them pop off in the mid game a little bit because I think the Trist will outscale late game as her range goes up. Her attack speed steroids huge too. I think it's like 90% at rank 5 attack speed boost. She goes hard.
Que sentinela importante, né, pro time da PEN. Só que
ooh, they see the ward.
Atrasado. Ela já vem fechando pelo Rio, o Tite tá aqui. O Tatu vem chegando, a PEN quer briga, o combo vai pra cima do
I almost feel like that's a warning sign. The fact that Marvin and Geeks were so hesitant to go onto Telas should tell Theti that they had vision on him at some point.
Na hora que a equipe da VKS tivesse dado o commit.
This goes late game, it's cats or
Se a VKS
bus.
não desse o commit, ele não precisava
I'm afraid because I don't feel like Hui is a champion who can be like Acel and go like, oh, I will put this game on my back and carry. So I'm kind of scared. Maybe it's PTSD from Dinkido's way, like which was good, but still couldn't carry all the games. Because Dinkido's way was really, really good. And what's his win rate with it? I just remember it was like he lost a lot of games, even though he did personally very, very well. I'm just gonna check his stats now. Stats. Yeah, he had like a 60% win rate or 50% win rate on the way. This split, even though he did so well on it, is crazy. I have mental damage from that, so may cats have better hope, better luck than Kiddo if it comes to it. Hopefully it won't come to that, but yo, damn. Yups just took a beating. Tyran's full health. This Cassante was the counter pick.
Foi macetado ali, tá tomando as cambalhotas. Agora a torre dá uma viradinha. De qualquer maneira, o Yups não
I think Tyran just hit harder than the turret did.
Não quer perder essa experiência nesse
Ooh, good damage from Cats. Linkus just came back to lane too, so that's really good if you're able to put that damage down. Chunk him out.
Se não fosse o Hui no mid, o Tyran tava numa posição complexa, porque ele tava muito empurrado, com presença do caçador na parte superior do mapa, mid com pressão.
Pretty quiet early game actually. You're not seeing too much action just yet. There's good lane trade so far.
Lanes com pressão. A equipe da VKS nesse jogo já tem. O Tyran tá conseguindo.
This is a giga huge gap. Holy.
No mid o Lynx tá tomando pressão.
That's 2 waves. Difference in the top side. Bot side, there's like a 1 wave difference. And Mordius is ahead, which is a bad sign for the Lucian. Like you pick the Lucian to win lane.
Majoritariamente do meio pra frente da lane. Então a VKS com esse draft parece ter recuperado ou resolvido o problema de pressão que a gente estava falando que eles tinham.
E nisso o Tite já conseguiu pegar os 3 birubiru ali, né? Só nessa movimentação inicial, coisa que eles pegaram um birubiru só, acho que a série inteira.
Foi 5-1 no primeiro jogo e 6-0 no segundo. Então,
perfeito.
O VKS já conseguiu recuperar o domínio desse começo de jogo.
Jolly, então o objetivo que a gente tem para esse início de partida.
Yeah, this Lucian pick I think is just not it in Academy, unfortunately. They're just not playing aggressively enough, it feels like. Oh. Is the flash enough? Okay, the flash is enough. Nicely played. I was worried he was gonna die. Even with the flash. Hui is very immobile. Very punishable in lane.
Boa bolha aqui do Giggs também, mas a VKS está bem recuada. O Quads, ele gastou o flash, mas talvez mesmo com o flash ele fosse abatido.
Okay, Void Corpse was picked up by K-Stars, uncontested. Dragon was not answered, so K-Stars could just get both. And they've got kind of good scaling too. Like this is looking scarier and scarier.
Se bem que a bot lane tá voltando, o Tite não vai conseguir fazer o dragão sozinho não.
O Tite, inclusive, vai sendo cobrado pelo
Vai
Quads.
fazer no máximo um aronguejo sozinho ali, olha lá.
Ele precisa da bot lane resetar. Inclusive, quem vai resetar primeiro, voltar pra lane primeiro é a bot lane da PEN, né? Como a gente pode ver, o Giggs já tá no posicionamento aí junto com o Tatu. É por isso até que o Tite volta pra base, faz o seu reset. E provavelmente ele não vai vir pro dragão agora, ele vai pra
Lucian is the bait pick for Academy. Yep, feels like it. It's just so weird to me that CBLOL has 100% win rate on it, and then like CBLOL kind of has the opposite. Kind of similar to Kalista too. It's just kind of weird. Oh well. Okay, we do some damage. Cats walks right back into the black hole. Still wins out the trade though. Is that enough to keep? I can't tell if Acel's ult is up or not. I think it's still down. Oh, it resets. Oh, good collapse from Telas. Really, really good. And they got the kill onto Linkus. Beautiful from K-Stars. Telas trying to redeem himself on this Rakan. I believe. The redemption arc.
E aí, Eu tava pra falar isso, não fazia muito sentido a PEN tá iniciando esse
Yeah, I really like that call from Telas. Like, trying to fight on the other side of it is really hard. Oh, and do you see what Telas just did right there? Yo, that's like such a minor thing. He sits here so he's not taking turret damage, and he's stopping the wave from coming out so that we get the crash to deny cats. It's like really little. You deny, I think, like 2 minions, but still. Yeah, but I really like this decision making that came through from Gatestars here. Knowing that, hey, trying to fight 3v3 is really hard. Like, we might win, we might not. It's kind of 50-50. So we don't fight the 3v3, and we just pick cats in rotation instead. Like, we go for the 2v1 or 3v1. That's very easy. Beautiful. Really nice call. Yeah, this is really bad for Pain. The fact that we are down CS in a lane we're supposed to win early. We picked 2 strong early sides, and we are losing both of those early sides. And our mid lane, like, sure, Hui will match skilling with Acel, but it's sustained damage. Acel will do more damage in a span of a team fight. Kinda, yeah. If that was a Taliyah, this would have happened. Probably not. No, yeah. With Weaver's Wall, you can even cut off. You know what? It's just one game. It's just one game. Even if Pain lose this, they can still come back, you know? They can adapt, improvise, overcome. And the other thing, too, is if Pain lose this, they get side selection. So they can just go back to blue side again. And then they can go for Varus again. Oh, yo, Gatestars didn't even get a single Void Grub. Okay. We are all here. It's a full 5v5. I am here for this. The culling goes down. They get Lincolns. Okay, best of shot to reset the fight. Gatestars got one of the Void Grubs at least. Oh, TT got pulled back. Wait, can Tyrion do this? Can Tyrion do this? No, he can't. I was wondering if Tyrion could just go over the wall and just mad mode this, go beast. Find the beautiful 4-man knockup. Wait, there's still one more Void Grub. Gatestars can still get 5. How did this start? Oh, it was Cats with the Sparrow in Despair. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, really well played from Pain. I was not confident Pain could win that, and I did not think they'd win it this handily, but the catch onto Link is... and to a lesser extent, Telas was huge.
Ganhou segundo tempo, que agora foi dominada pela equipe da PEN. E aí, como é que a VKS voltava? Já voltava com um posicionamento não mais legal, né?
Okay, it's still really even. And for Gatestars, you're still okay. Again, I would love to see Gatestars pick up that last grub. You still have 2.5 minutes. The Dragon's not up for a minute and a half. If you get this, you can still get Void Mites, which is really important. So please, Gatestars, check. Actually, they don't even need to check. Tyrion saw it. They should know. There's still one more to go. Yeah, they're not going for it. Teichi's on the wrong side of the map. Unless Teichi's walking up.
E passa na frente o time da Cade em relação ao ouro.
E mais do que isso também quebra aquela
possibilidade. No. Gatestars just gonna let the Void Grub go. Okay. Now it's too late, because if you go up and try and take it, then Dragon spawns on your wrong side of the map, so... yeah. The time to take it has passed. Oh? A pause? By the way, I think this is our first pause this weekend. Our first in-studio pause. Looks like TT's talking to the ref.
Não, vai ser rapidinho, já resolve ali, vamos ver o que aconteceu já, a gente informa pra vocês.
Not quite sure what happened there with AT.
De qualquer maneira, o time da Cade tá
he looked like he was moving okay in the bush, so...
saiu torta, mas acho que a postura tá diferente, né?
SAP?
Com certeza, a equipe da Cade tá
sap? What are we sapping?
postura mais incisiva, né? Eles estão jogando o jogo,
or sap an abbreviation for something.
Jogar como foi nas partidas anteriores.
Pois é, eles estão promovendo, né? Foram eles que foram buscar essas vestilavas. Como eu falei, o Maokai, ele domina muito os objetivos.
Gatestars fans. Where the Pain fans at? I hear the Pain fans. I don't see the Pain fans.
Que conseguiu atingir os jogadores da VKS com suas habilidades, conseguiram minar a vida ali dos seus adversários. Então, apesar de tudo, a Pain ainda lutou melhor.
Everybody's just chilling.
O grande lance é que o time da
SAP sponsored VCS pauses.
Mas não é impossível. Se eles
Wait, VCS has sponsors with their bosses?
A gente já viu algumas das armas que a PEN tem.
We put Maokai
Esse
on because he
poke
didn't pay us.
fight deles, de novo, tá muito forte.
Nice.
Do
Hey, there's the pain
Luciano
pants.
Mar vinha acontecendo.
Glad we finally got
A
them on
equipe da
camera.
VKS não tem
Yo, that's hilarious, man. I swear, some of the best like memes come out of the unofficial broadcasts when we're bored.
Pra fazer a entrada.
Aí, já vai voltar aí pro jogo, você tá acompanhando a torcida.
Olha, dancinha
Yeah.
sincronizada, que bonita nessa CBLOL.
Ah, cabelo.
Love it. I love how like high energy the fans still are. Even like in the pauses, they're still dancing, cheering. CBLOL fans are the best, man. I wish LCS had like fan clubs like that who like show up to the games and cheer them on. It's gonna be like one of the best parts of watching CBLOL. Is watching the fandoms. Okay, we're back in game. Everything's just kind of reset. Where were we? We just saw nothing happen. Like, Void Grub fight happened. There's still one Void Grub left. We're now setting up for Dragon potentially. We are brute forcing this with numbers to make sure we've got full control, clearing all vision. I like these wards to try and potentially spot cats. The last time they got Dragon by finding a pick on cats, they can do the same again.
Coisa muito certa no nosso cenário que já conseguiu colocar.
The idea is good, the idea is sound.
Vários jogadores que estão no CBLOL, que estão
Yups is still struggling up top.
Espero que esse futuro esteja cada vez melhor.
Both top leaders have TP. We'll have to keep an eye on that, because I do think it's quite scary to have an Aatrox drop in on the middle fight. If you can line up the Acel ult with an Aatrox engage, it's really, really scary. All the things you'll miss when Riot eventually combines the regions. No, Wilkes, say it isn't so. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you combine the regions, like my biggest fear is, yeah, Brazil dies. Because the cost of living in LA is really high. And with exchange rate, it's hard for Brazilian teams. I've heard that something similar in Valorant scene, where like the Brazilian teams find it really expensive to play. But yeah. In the future, there will be no regions. Only planet Earth. Okay. We used the Maokai ult. There's still Nami ult. We dodged out the Acel, but Tatu's dead. Are we gonna look to keep fighting this? Pain could still find kills. They can't find the smite because their jungler's dead, but... Yo, Tyran's going the long way around. Tyran's behind them. They don't know. Okay. Marvin's dead. Sustained damage down. Yups is doing absolutely nothing. And Castars, they find their revenge on a really good fight. Really well played from Castars. They played that almost picture perfect. Huge. Spoots worlds every week. True. Can you imagine?
E o tempo também que a equipe da PEN quis cobrar essa jogada, percebam a ultimate do Link.
Yeah, that was really well played from Castars. I feel like if Pain just need a hard commit onto this particular play, but I think the Acel ult just forced to disengage. Really well played. Yeah, if Pain can't win a fight now, I think they have one more fight in them before the skilling starts to take over from the side of Castars. Yeah, but Castars managed to stall long enough for Turn to actually find a super mega long walk to the front. And the moment they took out Marvin, the sustained damage is just not there. Like, you can see how much damage Cats is able to put up, but it's all burst damage, right? Your cooldowns are pretty long still. Oh, that's such a funny interaction. He got stuck in the wall and forced out. That's hilarious. Yeah, comp diff is definitely a big deal. The draft diff happened this game. Again, it's not like Pain's draft is unplayable. It's just that the win con is very narrow. Your margins for error are very, very tight. And Pain, unfortunately, weren't able to play within those margins. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, Castars, they actually did pick up the 5th Void Grub at some point. I didn't see you win. But Castars are winning right now. They got Dragon stacking and Void Grubs. Are they going to try and force this fight too? I think they want this fight. They call Link is in. They have numbers advantage. Okay. Oh! Deity's able to dodge. Oh my goodness. Castars survived that. I can't believe it.
Fechando as feridas com as barras de vida piscando em vermelho, eles não conseguem mais
Okay.
bater de frente com a equipe.
I was so scared when Kitch was looking for the engage. I thought the Herald was already gone by then. But Pain just full peel off. They got the TP from Cats down as well. And they were able to win it. It's still kind of dangerous though. Mortis is coming back. There's Hex Gates, so TT will be here soon. Oh, Telas on this Rakan is doing so much work. Huge redemption game for Telas. His Rakan looks so much better. I think he just needs mobility. Champions with a lot of like agency who can hop in and hop out. Yeah, Pain have been at this Herald for so long now and they can't take it. Nice. Don't worry guys, this indie game is still unbeatable.
O Tiny permaneceu aqui na parte superior do mapa e a PEN vem com 2, 3, 4 jogadores ainda com essa pressão. Eles querem esse arauto.
Okay.
E eles não
Third time's the charm, right?
esse arauto. Vão garantir o objetivo.
Não arredam o
3K?
vão levar esse arauto.
3K? Yep, it's gone. Okay. That took forever, but Pain did eventually take it.
Dominar o objetivo.
What did it cost them? Not quite everything.
Que não acaba, né?
But they did lose some ways while it happened, so. Let's see what they can do with it. They haven't got a single turret just yet.
Eu gostei muito de ver como as duas equipes jogaram muito bem coordenadas, principalmente a PEN. O Yups travou a movimentação do Tyrion, que depois teve que flechar.
Okay. Way is diveable. Cat should know this. You don't even have a Seeker's Arm Guard either, so.
Poderia ter resultado justamente numa eliminação, mas a equipe da PEN se dividiu muito bem para
Okay, they called in some support to cover.
que tentou, batalhou, mas o Arauto ficou nas mãos da equipe do lado vermelho.
Man, last I checked topside was I think 22 CS differential. It's 43 CS differential now. Oh, 33, pardon me. CS differential.
Vamos ficar ligado para onde a PEN vai soltar esse arauto.
Yeah, the only somewhat CS winning lane you have is bot lane, and your Lucian's starting to. Well, this is like the last chance for Lucian to beat Tristana. I think once Tristana hits like level 16-ish, like that's when the Lucian starts to fall apart again. So you've got a small window for Pain to play through in this particular game.
Pode ficar no mid muito livre. Vai ser cobrado pelo Lúcio aí, ó.
Okay, nice chunk, nice chunk. You burnt World Ender, okay.
Vamos ficar ligado porque o Marvin tá num pico de poder legal, ele tá com 2 itens fechados, né? E o Yups ganhou um espaço pra atacar com o Debonador no topo. Será que dá pra derrubar essa torre?
Eu acho que vai dar.
Yups did like no damage to that turret in the laning phase. Okay, we're dropping Herald and we are sacking Dragon. We are sacking Hextech Dragon. Hextech Dragon and Soul Point. I don't know how I feel about this. We are now late TP. Okay. Spiraling Despair gets used. On Theti of all people. That's a tank. Can we steal? Tatu gets the steal! That's all you're looking for is Pain. If you can get the steal, that's a win. Telas goes down. 1 for 1 so far. Oh, Linkus got caught? No way we're winning this. How is Pain winning this? How did Pain win this series of events? They shouldn't have been able to. Oh my goodness. Yo, what the hell? Like, what? Like, okay, they get the smite steal. That's already crazy. I'm watching the top side of this map because I think that's where everything falls apart for them. Like, Tatu dies. That was a one-way trip. Telas overextends. And Tyrion and Mortis just can't get in the fight. Linkus gets isolated. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Everything just went wrong for K-Stars on that engage. Like, individually, none of the moves were bad, but somehow they just could not connect together. And Pain get a fight they should not have managed to get. Like, okay, I'm gonna hop back a little bit and pray that nothing happens, because even the setup to this fight was crazy. Like, this whole series of events, I thought they just gave up. Like, Yups takes topside. They just Zax bot. He has TP, so that's fine. But it's a really slow take because Kazante relies on Demolish procs. Mid lane, they drop Herald. And I was like, why are we doing this? And Dragon started, like, Dragon's ready to go. We look for Herald mid instead. Like, I thought they were just going to lose everything. And then they get that. They couldn't even take this fast enough. Like, right here, I feel like the call is just to go in. Like, why are we... You know Marvin and Giggs and Yups are there. You saw the TP come down. Like, surely we just go in here, no? And just kill? Like, if you take out Tatu, this fight doesn't happen. There's no smite. I don't know. Decision making was just weird there. Okay. Then I go to go for Baron after that. I think they need to reset for Baron. Because, actually, let's see what happens.
Assumem ali a ponta nessa vantagem de ouro, muito bem executada pela equipe da PEN, como você
Okay.
pode perguntar. Eles viram um pouco na situação, já assumem ali a ponta.
Yeah, I don't know how healthy they were, and I don't know if Tatu was up for the Baron smite at that point yet. But you know what? I'm just thankful they didn't, because I wanted to go back and actually look at the setup to that, because yeah, it didn't feel like PNG should have been able to contest that as effectively as they did. And the fact that they not only got the dragon, but also got all those kills is crazy. If Pain can somehow get a Hextech Dragon, Hextech Soul, it means they got 4 Hextechs, which means that their attack speed and their ability haste is going to be really high. Plus Hextech for Lucian is really, really powerful. Yeah, if Pain somehow get that, okay, that would be like also like a 35-minute game if we get there. So the skill would be very, very much against Pain. But if they get that somehow, this is crazy. Like at that point, all bets are off. I don't care about skilling anymore. Okay, we get that, and Marvin's now caught. Oh. Can Marvin get out? He gets out. Nice. Pain's feeling themselves. They're feeling confident. They are making high-risk, medium-rewards plays, and it's working out. Actually, I guess high-risk, high-reward, because Yubs did get middling turret. I wasn't watching that. Oh, man. This is kind of crazy. I mean, for Kate Stars, they just need to, like, reset mental. They still have really good skilling with the Aatrox, Asol, and Trist. Like, Asol skills infinitely. They just need to mental reset, don't throw anymore. They're still okay. They're still up dragons. Pain will still struggle to take Baron and be in bad positions if they try. So, yeah, Kate just need to slow down. Take it slow. No, Dark Knight. No. No 3-0s here. We don't want no 3-0s. I mean, this last game is competitive, but the first 2 games make me want more from Kate Stars. So I want Kate Stars to get a win so that we can see more from them. You know? I'm sorry about the Windows notification noises if it's bugging you, but whenever I do stuff with my model, like put the teardrop or like hearts my eyes or stuff like that, it makes that sound for some reason. I think it's OBS. It might be a shortcut for something in OBS. Actually, I should probably look into my settings in OBS to see if something's using that hotkey.
A Kate chegou a liderar a partida e abrir quase 1.500 de ouro à frente da PEN, só que é a PEN que domina completamente agora.
Oh, I don't see anything in my hotkeys, so I guess it's a default hotkey maybe. Oh well. Okay, good poke from Marvin. Every time you press it, you send your credit card number to the top 10 Mexican cartels. No man, it's gotta at least be Brazilian cartels. Oh, Tatu went deep with that one. Oh.
time da PEN queria com essa jogada ganhar espaço para poder fazer o objetivo.
Mas eles gastaram bastante recurso para essa jogada, porém eles queimaram o flash do Tyree.
How is Yups? I thought the Cassante Aatrox matchup is Cassante favored early and Aatrox favored late, but somehow it feels like the reverse where Tyrion won early, but now Yups is getting too tanky to deal with. Okay, Baron's on the table. I prefer this call from Pain. I think the better call for Pain is just take the dragon. If you have to sacrifice Baron, so be it. But oh no, we are now peeling for Baron. Okay, they just want to stop it. They want to fight this, I guess. They need to move faster though. Baron's almost gone. Half health. They need to move. It's too late. Baron's gone. Oh, and Linkus gets out. Yo, Linkus! That was actually really cool watching Linkus just skate over all the walls. Perfect timing to do so. Yeah, I don't like this from Pain. I think you just go for Dragon. You were too late for Baron. If you want to do Baron, if you want to stop Baron, you needed to move faster. And now you don't get Baron. You gave that over. You don't get Dragon. In fact, Kate Stars are going to get Dragon, and this is so point for them. When it came to the clutch moment, Pain hesitated. And all it takes for Kate Stars to win is for Pain to just hesitate and play slow.
situação de labirinto aqui. Se eles fossem pela parte inferior do mapa pegar o dragão, eles não conseguiriam voltar a tempo de executar o barão. Tanto que a PEN começou o dragão, cancelou pra tentar disputar o barão e daí o Lynx ainda pegou.
Wow, Link is just 1v2.
X1, amigão, o Lynx pegou
Oh my goodness.
saiu tirando onda, saiu voando, tá tudo em cima
Oh my god, Link is just skating everywhere. Yo, I love this dragon.
O Lynx na parte de cima, teleporte.
E saiu, hein?
And he sneaks the TP away. Oh my goodness.
O time da Cade, então, vai no vira-vira.
Link is MVP. Yeah, at this point, Mortis and Linkus will carry, yeah. Linkus has been so good on this Azel, man. It's gorgeous. You love to see it. Absolutely gorgeous.
Volta mais uma vez. Vai cessar o avanço, vai conseguir esse terceiro.
I said last game, I already thought Linkus deserved a bit of an MVP last game. This game, surely he gets it. Surely he gets it. Thomas Winkus W. Winkus. There's a player in North American Collegiate called Winking, and the first time I saw the name, I thought it was Win King instead of winking, like the action of twitching your eye. Winkers makes me think of that.
Com isso, a gente dá uma olhada ali no gráfico de ouro que a vantagem ainda é da PEN, mas olha como diminuiu, né? Ela tá voltando ali pro estaca zero, pra esse equilíbrio. O Barão ajuda demais a equipe da VKS, que vai tentar avançar um pouco mais a onda de minions pra abrir as estruturas.
Tem mais uma parada.
I thought it's just like one of those stereotypical, you know, like Chinese web novel titles, you know.
Chegando pro late game, ela fica
Oh, DT still gets the big chicken.
De poder carregar a partida, de dar muito dano nos oponentes. Ela tá naquele buraco de meio de jogo.
Okay, game's still weirdly close. It feels like Gatestars are in the lead because they took the objectives, but they're actually still down in gold right now. Oh, what are we doing here? We are wave clearing with a Maokai out. Okay. Honestly, not bad, because you're just stopping the Baron push. I don't think K-Stars actually got any turrets with the Baron. They did get themselves soul point, though, and I'm okay with that. Because, again, K-Stars are not in a rush. They're playing scaling. They can take their time a little bit. I think for me, like, the last chance, as it were, for Pain is when Marvin completes his LDR. Like, at that point, if we get to the point where Marvin is 6 items, I just don't know at that point if Pain can play it through. Because how many stacks? 322 on Linkus already? Yeah, I think if we see 6 items come through, like, Linkus is just gonna fill up the entire screen and a half with his ultimate. The push is not good from Pain. Marvin's range is too short. It's a common problem we see with Lucian all the time, and Kalista, these sort of early game champs. Even Draven to a lesser extent. I guess you've got RFC, so at least you can still hit. Good use from Yips. No TP on Linkus. I don't know if they tracked the TP timers. But if they did, this is when Pain hard push. Okay, they got one turret. I feel like my excitement was slightly wasted. I'm like so excited. Oh, there's no TP, and then they get one turret. Okay, what objectives coming up next? 130 for Baron, 2 for Dragon. Okay.
Que o próprio Lynx empurrou, vamos ficar ligado, a vantagem de ouro ainda é pro time da PEN, mas o jogo tá muito equilibrado. Nesse ponto da partida é no dedo, meus amigos. E ó, a Tristana fechou o
yeah, Cats. Okay. Cats can't really take this. Oh, yep. Cats' way is not it, guys. He is not him. We saw him get 1v2 by Linkus earlier. Now he's getting like 1v1, one comboed by Tyrion. And that means Pain can't do anything. And now they're going to lose turrets. Did we just see Maokai out to stop push again? We went on Theti again, the tankiest member of the team. Oof. See how big that ult is, man? Holy. Okay. Oh, interesting. Tyrion is not pushing top side. I thought Tyrion just keep pushing top to match Yups pushing bot. Okay, that's fine. They still get outer mid. That's kind of big for K-Stars. They've been struggling to take it for a while. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Cassante pick here. I just don't think it's having... If you gave Yups like a carry, I think the backdoor threat, split push threat is a real win con. But the Cassante, Yups is doing so much work to turrets, but it's so slow. It's just way too slow for this. Okay, big one coming up, 15 seconds, winner takes all.
Conseguindo alcançar as partes de trás, né, da composição.
Oh, Mortius!
Não pode ser rapidamente eliminado.
Mortius has very little sustain in his build. We traded Marvin health, but you've got Nami, so worth. Yeah, Mortius is hard resetting. Pay need to go. They've got tidal wave. Oh man. Okay, Mortius is coming back in with Hex Gates. It was a really good chunk. It was a really good catch from Mortius. It does not matter. And now Tyrion's looking for the big flank. Oh, they see each other. Yups and Tyrion. Okay. If Yups can be the one who tanks the engage, it's actually pretty good. Oh, Lynx has such a good position here. Oh, but Marvin's getting... it's so close right now. Jungle for support. We can kill with AG. We can kill with AG. Ah, they popped up push early. Oh. All the TPs are coming in. Link is full health, full mana. Oh my goodness. Cats is dead. For all the marbles, and K-Stars are taking it. Wait, Marvin trying so hard. Yups, is tanky not tanky enough. K-Stars win it. That's Hextech Soul. Baron's on the table. Pain cannot contest either. Tatu just respawned. K-Stars is doing it. The drop gap is just too big. Are we... Okay, yeah, just go straight for Baron. Don't look for picks. Don't get greedy. Oh man. Yeah, this was my concern with the Hui when we saw it. Like, it's doing work, but it can't carry by itself. And Lucian isn't the best pick to try and follow up on that. Oh, the black hole is creating so much space right here. That corridor is just a huge no-go sign. The fact that I even got this close speaks to how good Pain are playing mechanically. But once Linkus comes in full health again, it's just GG. Yeah, he's actually tanky enough to survive now. Yups is playing really well in terms of team fighting, but the individual matchup is just so bad that Yups is so far behind. Okay. Skilling's fully kicked in by now. There's your level 16 Trist. I mean, she obviously skills all the way up to level 18, but already her range is an issue. Pain is struggling to push in. Okay. I don't know what sort of miracle Pain are going to be able to pull here. I just feel like you've got to catch K-Stars in separate pieces. Any sort of 5v5 front to back, and Pain is going to lose it every single time. You could 4v5 front to back, and I think Pain would lose it at this point. Like, as long as Linkus and Mortius are both in that fight, yeah, you can probably 4v5 front to back. Look at that black hole. It's taking up almost the entire lane now. 3k gap in the mid lane. The CS. Cats might get Flame Horizon before the end of the game, at the rate we're going.
A torre da parte inferior também tá muito danificada. Então a equipe da VKS tá fazendo certo. Jogando
All your buffs are belong to
nesse
us.
momento, que é a última T2.
Yeah, Cats, don't even look at the bot lane, man. It's bait. You're not gonna survive it. Just sack everything outside your base and play for base defense.
Muitos fragmentos também acumulados na sua passiva, quase 500 já. Então,
Okay, Hubes is still trying to split push up top.
Já era difícil da PEN, como comentamos, chegar perto da
Even till now.
VKS, tanto na destruição de torres como nas lutas.
You know what? I respect the man's dedication.
Ainda mais complicado. E
Pain just says I'm gonna go next.
da partida.
I don't think you're allowed to FF in competitive like, matches in tier 1, tier 2, so. Okay, that's huge. Yep, that's game. Oh, the Hex deck, so. Every time I see it spike onto Cats or Marvin, I feel like they're gonna die. We go next, and we have a series. Can K-Stars pull off the reverse sweep? They'd have to win 2 more games back to back, or 3 total back to back. Okay, Madness Storm catches. Yeesh. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. A lot of things went right for K-Stars this game. Pick Lucian again. Yeah, a lot of things went right for K-Stars. I agree. I think the Lucian pick, like, teams just need to learn. Did we not learn this before, Marvin? You cannot be picking Lucian. Like, in the winners finals, it didn't work. You did it twice, it didn't work. Morty tried to do the same thing, it didn't work. These two AD carries are too good for Lucian to be a viable option for them. They're too close to each other in terms of skill. Like, Lucian cannot take off and take over a game. On top of that, I think K-Stars, they got their hands on Tristana. Really, really good. Telas getting Rakan is actually really good too. Telas looked way better on Rakan. I think when he's got mobility, he's got the ability to dash around. He just looks really good. So, I think Rakan should be a high prio for K-Stars. I don't care. Like, just blind the Rakan. It's good. Trust. They know what they're doing. Also, the ASO pickup here was Giga huge. Because Pain Gaming shot themselves in the foot by banning Talia for some odd reason. Like, I do not understand this. Also, it doesn't look like Pain have the response to ASOL. So, Pain either need to pick ASOL themselves or ban it, or no, they can run Talia. They literally did it last game. So, yeah, it's just really weird from Pain. I think going into next game, Pain go back to blue side again. Oops, why did my pen shrink? We go back to blue side for Pain. I think that's the better side. And then you don't ban Varus. You leave Varus open. And you pick Varus yourself. If anything, maybe you ban Rakan or you pick Rakan before K-Stars get it. Because I think Rakan's really strong for Telas, specifically. On any other champion, I think Telas gets hammered right now. So, yeah. A lot of things went right for K-Stars. Really good drafting. Pain just did questionable drafts. And they can. They're up 2-0 in the series. Now it's 2-1, right? They had 3 games they can use to experiment, or 2 games they can use to experiment, so, yeah. Only got to catch audio for this game. Lucian is a bit stop picking it. Yeah. The thing too is, I want to give props to Marvin. I think Marvin piloted the Lucian really well. Actually, I don't know. I circled Cassante. Should underline Marvin's name and circle the Lucian. I think Marvin did really well with the Lucian in team fights. Like, considering how short a range he had, considering he didn't win lane, he did well with that. But the problem is that, so what? Lucian is not a strong like team fighting champion. If you can do that on a Lucian, imagine what you could do on an actual team fighting champion. Cats was actively protesting the Lucian pick? Oh. Good to know. I agree with Cats. do not do that. Like, the Lucian is just not working. We tried it before. There's no need to go back to it. There is literally no reason. Again, this was game 3. They were up 2 games. They're up 2 wins. If they wanted to try it, that's okay. You had the space, you had the leeway to try it. Just don't do it again. You've already tried it. You know it's not going to work. I'm curious, Wilkes, do you know about why the Talia ban? Since you know that Cats is actively protesting it. Actually, yeah, good question, Wilkes. Are you in the stadium? That'd be so cool, man, if you are. Like, I would love to. Yeah, it sucks being in Canada, man. If I was in LA, I'd go to the LCS arena to watch like all the games I can.
Eu acho que ali o time da Kenny ainda tava bem, cara. Foi pouquinho depois que eu sinto que Desandou geral, desandou
Oh, you're not?
total
Okay.
pra Cade, até
Yo,
que
Orbital. Hello, hello, friend. Wait, didn't you have a class this morning?
Sim, mas aí também volta pra composição, né? Aquele buraco de mid-game.
Or I guess maybe it's later today. I thought I saw
Sim,
a
o Otávio
post.
mandou muito
I don't know,
nessa
man.
jogada também. Ele se isolou lá na parte de cima.
Yeah, I
deu
just
flash
finished one in a
no
break.
mid da Nami do Giggs.
Brother, you
Tinha
work
que
way too
descer
hard.
justamente pra parar.
Like, every time you come to my stream, you're like about to
Foi essa a
work.
jogada do jogo.
You're crazy, dude.
Essa aí foi a jogada anterior. Que
You're crazy in the
o
best way
Quadros
possible.
E o Yups pararam o Lynx e o Telas. Aí a PEN retornou na partida. A Cade não conseguiu encaixar a fight bem, eles se desorganizaram, não conseguiram
This
direito.
Nia pretty got away.
Essa daí foi uma das fights em que o time da
Brother, I'm
Cade
poor, but I keep doing things like this stream where I don't get paid for it.
bem melhor organizada e como falei, a diferença,
I should work more paid streams.
inteiro à frente do Marvin em relação ao Morteus.
Yeah, like on one hand, I like the Costream meta in that it gives, I think, people more opportunities to get more eyes on things. But on the other hand, I kind of hate it as a caster because it means less pay, and yeah, I want money, please. The match was looking very one-sided up to this game. It's currently 2-1 for Pain. Pain just need one more win. But Cade Stars woke up a little bit. They played a really good game. Specifically, Telas, their support, who's been a bit lackluster games 1 and 2, started popping off this one. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about MVP. Who do we think is MVP this game? Before they show it. Linkus, right? Surely it's Linkus. It has to be Linkus. I know why I'm asking MVP. I know who. Like, I'm just gonna say Linkus. The ASOL was absolutely nuts. That ASOL. I know ASOL is a busted champion, but even so, like, even for a busted champion, I think Linkus played it really well.
E eu acho que essa Tristana mostrou porque ela vinha sendo banida.
I just want to confirm it, then I need to go grab water. Because I forgot to get water before this game. And I am now all out.
A adaptação que a Loud fez passou a banir essa Tristana. Então, a Tristana é pique importante aí pra esse jogo, pra esse confronto. Mas fica a pergunta, quem é o destaque aí do time da Cade que teve essa vitória?
Despite me obviously heavily favoring Linkus this game. Yeah, yes, Linkus. I think shout out to Telas and Tyrion. Like, finally, those two are playing properly. And Tyrion gets a carry. Imagine that. You give him a carry and he actually carries. Like, jeez. Get him off the rec side. Give him carries, man. He knows what he can do. Okay, I am gonna quickly head off and grab water. I'll be back soon.
E aí é saber, né? Se esse Aurelion Sol que estava sendo banido vai aparecer mais uma vez. Claro, a gente vai ficar de olho também nos lados para essa próxima partida.
Meu amigo, tem que banir Tristana, tem que banir Aurelion, a PEN vai pro lado azul, então vai ter uma mudança novamente de lado. O time da Cade faz um ponto muito importante, 2-1, eles vêm com tudo agora pro quarto, a PEN vai querer fechar, muita coisa para ser definida, a gente vai para um leve intervalo e daqui a pouquinho a gente volta com essa grande final do CBLOL, cara.
Sabe como podemos mudar o jogo que a gente tanto ama? Incluindo todos que também amam jogar. Fazer a diferença nesse game passa pelas nossas mãos.
E pelas mãos de todos que querem o melhor para essa comunidade.
Porque quando a gente abraça outros players, transformamos a nossa rede de apoio em uma comunidade que se apoia como um todo. E damos voz a quem tem o poder de transformar nosso jogo.
É por isso que um campeão de verdade escolhe abraçar a diversidade.
E isso não tem preço.
Do zero ao pro, toda lenda precisou começar. É que pra entrar nessa rota tem que bancar a paixão. Se é pra jogar, trampar ou curtir, o Santa vai junto com você nessa. Pra você bancar o seu game até quando não estiver jogando. Mas a primeira jogada é sua. Banque seu game com o Santa.
Fala galera, aqui é o Matheus.
Okay, perfect timing as the timer hits 0, but we've got another segment here.
Meu primeiro pentakill foi de Afélios contra Liberty Academy no split passado, 23.2. Eu lembro porque o time deles tinha um AN, um Ivern.
Oh, another set of new trivia though, this time.
Então foi quase um heptakill. Eu lembro que eu tive que matar muito bicho naquela luta.
Or I guess it's history, not yeah. Man, I was surprised this Red Academy roster didn't do better when they had Aithuza and Mortius in the same team. Soweto had a really good early season too. The beginning of the split, Soweto was doing so well. And then they kind of just fell apart, weirdly enough. Yeah.
Minha partida de estreia, não tem como esquecer, foi contra a PEN no segundo split de 2022. Estreia de Caixa. Foi um jogo bem difícil, porque o Telas teve que jogar o CBLOL. Então eu acabei jogando com o Nin suporte. Deu autofill pra mim. Então acabou que não saiu muito bem, mas é isso aí.
Bem na torre, ela tá praticamente no chão. Estoura o barril, espalha o time da Red. Pro Delta chega, fazendo a linha de frente. Joga aquela exaustão. Ele sai aí.
Wait, Nin was a support? When was this?
Isso é difícil, hein? Foi...
And that was Skybart Boy.
Foi alguma partida de Smolder, eu acho.
Before my time.
Oh, não, né? Posso tanto? Tá. Mais um chute. Cara, eu não lembro, essa de KDA eu não lembro dos outros splits, então vou chutar desse. Eu acho que foi o primeiro jogo que eu tava de Lucian contra a tropa do 15.
Yeah, I'm trying to grab Google Translate open right now so I can actually start trying to translate the questions on screen. 13-1-6. See, that's why they keep picking Lucian. Because he goes 13-1-6 on it sometimes. I just don't think this is the right.
Acho que foi contra a PEN. Tudo contra a PEN, né?
Longest game of his career?
Passada nos playoffs contra a PEN, acho que foi um jogo de quase 50 minutos.
I don't know, K-Stars isn't a really slow team. Red wasn't a slow team last split either, so.
Foi outro jogo que eu lembro que foi muito longo, eu tava de Jin, se eu não me engano, o jogo foi tipo infinito, assim. 50 barão, 50 dragão, foi uma loucura.
Oh, this is just... Jeez. 49.5 minutes? When was that? Last split? No, definitely not this split. I don't think... The longest game this split. I know in playoffs it was the first round. One of the INTZ games went like super long. I think 45 minutes or something like that. That was in the playoffs. In the regular season, I know it was a Flamengo game, and I want to say it's 50 minutes. So yeah, Flamengo had some disgustingly long games in the regular season. They sped up in the playoffs though, for better or for worse. But despite the fact that Flamengo Academy was playing slow games, they weren't particularly good at the late game. I actually thought their mid game was better. And then their late game gets kind of iffy. But their early game was struggling, which is really weird when you've got Goot on your team. Because Goot is really... like, he's an aggressive player, so... yeah. Kind of odd. Oops, he didn't hit my mic button in time.
Fala galera do Academy, o MSI começa dia 1º, por volta das 5 da manhã ali. A Loud vai representar o Brasil e a gente espera a torcida de vocês para trazer um bom desempenho.
MSI hype!
Lá para assistir com a gente. É contra a TES.
Loud plays May 2nd at, I think it's 8 a.m. Brazil time? Yeah. At least with the second match, there's a chance I wake up.
E ó, esse confronto
Probably
aí que o
won't.
Redbest tá falando, a gente vai fazer.
Okay, back to the games. Caster, start the game.
A gente já ganhou da China, tá? A gente já ganhou da China.
That's the trophy. 2-1 right now, the score in favor of Pain Gaming. But K-Stars have just woken up. They gave us our first, I think, really competitive game of the series. Straight up win. Make the spiciest noodles you can find. K-Star's not exciting enough for you, not enough fire smooths. Yeah, I expect to see Pain back on the blue side again. I think I've said this from the very beginning. With the overlap in champion pools, with priority, I expect blue side to actually be the more important side because it gives you a lot of high prio picks. Yeah, the ASOL pick's gonna be an interesting one too because if it's on the table, I don't think you can ban Leah for Pain. I don't think Pain has that many answers prepared for it. Like, you could still go Ari or something, I guess. Like, yeah, actually, I would have preferred to see an Ari here instead of a Hui. Like, Hui is sort of the later game scaling pick. And don't get me wrong, Cats did a lot on it, but I think if you're going with the Lucian anyways, you just try and slam the early game. And I don't think we're going to see Lucian anymore, or either of these teams. I think the teams are fully well and aware now that Lucian is not the... This is not the way. The Yone ban's kind of funny too, because that was Dio's pick to counter ASOL. I don't know if Cats is practicing the Yone enough to actually run into the ASOL. Yeah, but yeah, it wasn't a huge fan of the Hui pick up there. Hui for me needs another consistent damage carry to carry the team during his cooldowns. Yeah, as balling's gonna be interesting. I do think though Pain can give over Tristana. I don't think that needs to be banned if you're Pain. It might need to be banned if you're Cade though. And that's why blue side's so important, because it forces a lot of bans from the red side here. Yeah, like they opened up the Jax and Pain didn't pick it, so I think you do that again. You just open up the Jax. It's really not the biggest problem for either of these teams, and you can run Aatrox into Jax too is the other thing, which is why I kind of don't understand why we keep banning the Jax. Like the jungle side too, you can play things, or you can play safe in the early game. Just get some wards in. If you can track where he's going, you can often kind of still punish the invades. Yep, as expected, Pain on the blue side. Let's go.
E o Tyrion conseguiu pressionar bastante durante a fase de rotas.
And it was, what was it? It's always Rek'Sai, Zeri, Rumble. Okay. Yeah. Welcome back, Dark Knight. You missed absolutely nothing, and you've come back at the perfect time. Drop just started.
O time da Cade tinha tanto a parte de baixo do mapa para trabalhar com a Tristana logo cedo, quanto a parte de cima. Então o Aurelion Sol ficava pouco mais solto ali, tendo tempo para...
I really don't think we need to think that hard for ban, guys.
Para escalar, para itemizar.
Just ban what you've always banned.
Isso deu uma vantagem muito boa para Cade, né?
If anybody needs to switch up bans, it's Cade Stars on red side. I just don't know what you're going to change up, because I do feel like those bans are necessary. Triss is dangerous to give over to Cats. Azir is dangerous to give over to Cats. Jax is eh. If you're paying, you first pick Rakan. Yeah, I wouldn't hate a first pick Rakan. I think you first pick Varus though. I think Varus higher prio than Rakan. And I don't think Cade Stars can ban it. Or if they ban it, that opens up Azir, then you pick Azir. Oh, interesting. Okay, Pain have opened up Rumble. They took out the Rel. I don't like that. If you're gonna open something up, if you're gonna change this, I'd have changed this for a Rakan ban. Or ASOL ban. One of those two. I don't like the Rel ban. I don't think it's that necessary. You think Cade goes... Yeah, that's fair. But the problem is if you go Rakan 1, then Cade goes Varus on 2. Right? So it's just what you prio more. Yeah, I think these two will just get... will get traded, basically. But I think... yeah, I think Pain value the Rakan more, because Marvin's really good on the Rakan, right? We've seen... Oh, the Varus, pardon me. We've seen both the on-hit and the lethality. Agreed. Yep, I don't like this ban that much. Like I said, I prefer Rakan ban there if you're going to ban something.
É a escolha do time da PEN e a Cade vai mostrando esse Atrox bem cedinho.
E olha como o Atrox cresceu aí pro time da
Interesting. Very interesting. We are not early picking Rakan for Cade Stars. Okay. On the other hand, I guess Telas doesn't want to tell his team that, hey, we have to pick me Rakan because I can't play anything else right now. So, I'm not... I guess I shouldn't be surprised that this happens. But yeah, we've seen this before. You pick Vi, we pick Jax, and then we invade early and punish. We pick a prio lane and we just punish the Vi. I like this.
também de criação pro Tite.
E agora deve vir Thalia
Yeah,
aqui pra
agreed.
da PEN.
I would like the Rakan here.
Antes, consegui.
Oh man, I don't like this low Rakan priority.
Ali acaba sendo muito forte. Ainda tem a Ari, seria interessante aí pro time
And then
da
surely Kate Stars pick Rakan here,
ter
yeah?
essa campeã.
Surely?
Eu,
Question mark?
assim, não gosto muito da opção
Or do we
de
pick an
jogar
AD
ele
carry?
solo de novo contra
Yeah,
essa equipe,
good.
mas,
I like this from
ao que
Kate Stars.
tudo indica, eles
Good
não
call, good
vão,
call.
ó, eu gosto também, Colossus. Essa ideia de você ter o follow-up pra Vai com um Rakan, eu acho excelente pra composição da Cage até esse momento.
I like the Rakan here because then you actually put Pain in a bit of a bind. Do we ban AD carries or do we ban ASOL? Because you can last pick. Actually, no, you wouldn't. You already got to the. You don't care about ASOL. You ban AD carries here because you're looking for mid and AD carry. And you already know what you're playing into both ways. So we're looking here for support and potentially top or jungle. But I think this is more of a top lane. I don't like Jack's top into Aatrox, so I think you're better off just going jungle. Send the Jax into jungle and then pick a top laner to counter Aatrox. That'd be my call.
Eu também acho. E o Giggs tem
Either Pain TK support. Yep.
Então, tirar
Agreed.
essa opção de iniciação do time da PEN.
But here's the thing
seria
too.
interessante tá aí. Então,
Okay, we are still banning ASO. That's okay. I guess I'm fine with that. So here's the thing though. What you can do with Jack's jungle is you just go 4 threats, 4 DPS, and then Vi can only kill one of them. So if Vi kills Varus, then you have 3 DPS threats to still carry the game. That is an option. I'm not saying I like it. I personally prefer TK as well. I would like to see TK, but I'm just saying that this is a potential strategy Pain can go with.
Essa preocupação de Caçadinho e mais do que isso, olha como é que tava a composição.
Oh, we are banning Cassidy. Even if we were not running ASO. That's funny to me. Okay. That's spicy. I like this. I like this. This is a handshake champion. You're saying that I'm better than you. Oh, true, yeah. You build Zhonya's GA, something like that. Either of them works. Agreed. But, yeah. I don't think any AD carry is going to build Zhonya's except for Kaisa, unfortunately. Because it's just in their brains that GA has AD, so better. I mean, there is something to be said for that, but yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I don't like this. We are running the Jax into the Aatrox. Aatrox, I think, is very happy to run into a Jax. So, interesting choices from Pain. Renata, okay, I guess you can use Renata to bail out Varus. This is potentially okay. I actually didn't think about this, but this is okay. I don't hate this. It depends on how Geeks and Marvin play it. We'll see how that goes. And then the RE to match the Talia. Okay. Not my ideal draft from either of these teams, but I think pretty balanced. Ooh, let me screenshot this in case we go to a game 5 before we lose it again. Because there is a chance for a game 5 with these drafts. Not saying it's bad on either side, just that there is a chance. Because I think these draws are very, very even. Oh, could be Sedge top. Yeah, that's true. Actually, Sedge top would not be a bad pick. I actually would like Sedge top. That would be really nice if they do that. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah. That's really good on night, actually. Yeah. I don't think they'll do it, but I would really like it if they did. Because I think Sedge can mess up Aatrox. It's also really hard to hit the sweet spot on Sedge. Let's see. Yeah, Jack sounds. Boo. Yeah. Tata's been playing a lot of Sedge, so comfort-wise, I guess this makes more sense. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty even match, I think. Like that. So, early game, Jax wins. Late game, Aatrox wins. Jungles are both like utility, that's fine. Talia outskills the Ahri, that's good. Bot side, it depends on what Varus we're seeing. Yep, it's on hit. Okay, so late game, Varus will be better for team fights, but Kaisa can just one-shot people, and there's not a lot of tanks on the side of Pain. There's a lot of people who could potentially get one-shot. It comes down to Talia's Unraveled Earth to try and stop Mortius from just diving the back and killing. My prediction is, and this is gut feel, like there's a lot of people who could be MVP, but if Cage Stars win, I think Mortius is MVP. That's my guess.
dash na sua direção.
Muito
Oh, my prediction. That's my prediction. If Kate starts win.
Renata também, que você tira bastante.
If Pain win, I have no clue. Like, there's a lot of things that could happen for Pain to win,
Mas
so.
o time da VKS só quis
Bateu
mesmo
primeiro.
colocar.
Yeah.
Só quis mesmo colocar essa sentinela aí, importantíssima pra sequência. E o Tite, então já tá com um de
Potentially. Yeah, I think if it goes late, I still favor Pain a little bit, so. I think their comp is easier to execute if it goes late. Yeah. Gigs, though, will have to be spot on with the bailouts. Because there's a lot of dive threat here onto Marvin. I don't think Marvin gets to play out this game very, very well, unfortunately. There's too many options to shut him down. It might have to be a Yups carry angle. And we saw him do really well in the Aatrox, hey? I'm down to see him do it at the Jax. The decision making is not that different for Jax and Aatrox. The mechanics are different, but the like when to go in and when to back out is not that different.
Mas aí
So.
você vai de encontro a você mesmo,
Eu
pô.
sei, eu me arrependi na hora que eu tava falando.
Você fala da mística de caster não zica e aí você mete essa?
Não, então, foi mal. Eu me arrependi na hora que eu tava falando. Mas tudo bem, tá valendo. Vambora.
Cada com a sua mística, né?
Então.
Tudo bem.
For now, though, both junglers starting on the bot side of the map. Looks like they're going to go to the top side, which, because we're seeing 2 carries, but I think this is one of the few games we're actually seeing 2 carries in the top side. We've been seeing a lot of like 1 carry, 1 utility or tank. Top side becomes a lot more volatile, and I actually like that both junglers are pathing for the top side instead. Because whoever gets a lead in the top side is going to maintain the lead a lot easier than bot lane. So I like the call, I like the decision there.
Tá sim. Pô, o Tyre muito bem.
You don't favor Pain that much because last time Yups picked Jax, it wasn't that good. Ooh, dang. That's not a good sign. Oh, it was against Kate Stars too, the last time they picked it. It was game 3 of the winners finals, I remember that. That was when they flexed it.
Já que o Atrox vai recuperando pouco mais dessa vida. Então, Yups vem, traz biscoitos também na runa secundária.
That's not a good sign.
Início de fase de rotas do Jax.
Cara, essa bot lane do time da PEN.
Oh, my fingers are still crossed. Hopefully it works out.
Pressão atrás de pressão, jogo após jogo.
Vários e Renata, eles têm essa pressão tranquila aí na parte
We shall
de
see.
baixo.
For now, I mean, expected Yups gets a small lead early of the Jax. Jax's level 1 too is pretty strong.
Fazer nada tão incisivo assim.
And Aatrox does need items to start becoming a bit more of a threat.
Elas não conseguem nem iniciar direito com esse.
Bot side Marvin's just crushing Mortius and Tellus though.
O que acontece quando as lutas ou os skirmishes.
We'll see if they can continue doing that.
Olha o Telas, vem pra cima, mas como o Colossus falou.
Good on Tellus. That one of the things that we'll have to watch out for is the handshake interaction. Because as long as Geeks his handshake, it's actually hard for Tellus to dash in because you get handshook right back out, then you lost your engage. But right there, as soon as the handshake went out to hit Mortius, Tellus went in. So that's one way you can kind of try and take advantage of that.
Eles vão poder pokear e por mais que a gente esteja falando desse alcance, o Marvin, ele opta, ele tá vindo aí com o Lethal tempo, então ele vem pra esse Varus mesmo.
Like this, we're just shoving them in, trying to make them miss as much as and poke them as much as possible. It's kind of hard with support items, but they've already lost like a wave on the side of Kate Stars already. And so we're calling junglers down. Early game, I think Sedge is a much better person for the early skirmishes. Much stronger champion for it. And they spot AT. Oh, well, AT spot Satu as well, so it's okay. They're just trying to keep applying pressure. Why are we rotating cats down? We cannot be diving this. This will not work if you're looking for a dive. It's just poke. Hail of Blades, Kaisa. Sorry, no, you just dislike Hail of Blades. I don't know, I think Hail of Blades Kaisa is good. Especially when the goal is to just one-shot somebody really, really fast and burn them out. It's one of the few champions who I think does well with Hail of Blades, even in the late game. Because you're just trying to proc your passive as fast as you can.
Eu até esperava que os caçadores fossem dar pouquinho de atenção para a parte central, justamente para livrar o mid laner, porque esse papo que eu falei.
If anything, I think it's kind of interesting that Marvin opted for the on-hit build, because I feel like against the Vi, you might get better mileage out of lethality build, because then at least you do your damage up front rather than waiting for. Yeah, because I don't think you get it late game.
Foi visto sim. Já viu. Foi visto, ele vai recuar de boa.
Oh, Tatu took him in.
Embaixo da torre o máximo possível, vai pegar todos os minions sem deixar a torre pegar nenhum.
E beleza, ele vai ficar numa posição muito confortável ali de wave, né? Só que
I guess there's TP available for Yubs,
utilizar utilizar esse.
Cats has
esse
Weaver's Wall
momento
as well,
agora
so
aqui no
it's not
topside
that
pra
bad.
fazer
But
essa
Weaver's Wall is
sua
not going to do
chulapa.
much against
O
Linkers.
Tite tá aqui, levou a dele.
Okay, we
O
just
Tatu
might one way.
ficou esperando esse CBLOL. Você termina a
I
sua
love how
batalha
Tatu just stands respectfully on the side and just waits for 30 to take one and then takes the other two. Like he didn't even try and contest it.
Se bem que esse negócio de estudar junto no LoL só dá uma rivalidade, né?
Verdade.
Oh, Giggs is putting down a lot of poke as well.
Muita rivalidade. Morteus tá com
Mortius.
rivalidade também.
Oh, Mortius hasn't backed yet. They've just locked Mortius in lane this entire time.
A gente falou,
So Mortius will drop a wave.
dessa série aí
Or
na
risk
parte
dying.
inferior. Você
Does
falou
Marvin have enough
seleção
mana?
da
No.
semana,
Okay.
Da semana não, do split
This
também
is
tá agora
deceptive
nesse
because with Biscuits, yeah, you actually get quick infusion of mana.
Teve provocação entre os dois atiradores, tá? O Marvin ontem na entrevista falou que a hora do Morteus ia chegar.
Okay.
O Morteus respondeu no Twitter.
What is this? 9 CS differentials, about 1.5 waves drop time Mortius.
É climinha
Okay.
de final, né? Climinha de playoff, climinha de final, é isso que a gente quer, é
Ooh.
isso que o povo gosta.
Cats messed up the combo. Didn't actually get the Unravelers down in time.
Ele tomou um puxão, mas
You still win the chunk. And good roam up from Giggs will stop TT from trading Dragon. If anything, now Tatu can roam down.
Um pouco mais devagar, ninguém quer arriscar, um jogo tenso. O Tite acabou de deixar o dragão resetar, ele desistiu do dragão, vou fazer um aroguejo, olha lá, porque o Tatu tá fechando por aqui.
Oh, it resets. My fight! Tatu gets it! 6 health, TT sided just a little early. 6 health.
Contas ficou o aranguejo. Tite vai sair sem esse mini objetivo, mas tá tudo tranquilo para a equipe da PEN. O domínio do Rio tá com eles. Eles
Okay.
têm essa pressão na parte central e pode
Marvin got the slightly faster reset, will get shelved. I'm curious if Pain actually go for this. Ooh.
E mais a Aquamas, o Tatu
I think Giggs hand shook into the wall, so that's why I didn't see it move. Pain is actually starting to stop. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. Cats did not base, so Cats feels down in terms of power compared to Linkers who picked up the Lost Chapter. So I think for Pain, the call is just to take Dragon, get out. We're not looking for a fight. The more games they're playing, the slower the earliest. The teams are running out of energy, man. It's very psychological taxing when you have to play grand finals, you know? But no, I agree. It has been slowing down. I actually don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for some of these teams. Because like for Pain especially, Tatu's early game has been really nice to watch. But when he does it, it's very high risk, high reward. Whereas if they play slow, like Pain is a good late game team anyway. So playing slow is not that bad a deal for them. Oh, really good, nice combo from Linkers. Oh! Yo, that was so good from Giggs and Cats. Really good roam. Beautiful timing, beautiful punish. Oh, that was nice.
Essa movimentação do Giggs, porque ele chegou e foi ele que botou o Lynx no range da
It gives Cats a good base timing too. Oh, he got interrupted by Telos.
Não teve tempo. Belíssima jogada do Giggs. Depois do reset, direto pra rota do meio, já pra auxiliar o seu mid laner. O Quads, que tava ali numa troca, tava conseguindo se virar bem.
Okay.
Né? Só que
Topside, is Terran looking to reset?
Lynx, e aí
I think they spotted Tatu coming up.
E faz com que o seu mid laner garanta esse first blood.
I don't know if he... Actually, but there's no words. I don't know how or why Tyrion knew that Tatu was going to be there, but... Yeah. Oh, wow. Just outside tower range. That was a nice try. If it worked, TT does, but TT just barely got into tower range. Really nice. Didn't have to burn flash either. Now there's a window for TT to try and make a play with cease and desist, knowing that Tatu doesn't have Glacial Prison available to counter.
Estaria aqui na parte de cima agora. Continua e ele ainda tem um flash, então tá tranquilo.
O interessante pro time da VKS é que eles não utilizaram nenhum recurso. Então flash, ultimate...
Vai fechar por...
Kane hasn't won a single bot lane. Oh, they did last game. Tyrion! Oh! The heal! Oh, Yups actually gets out the other side. I thought he was going to die. Nope, he does not get out the other side. TT's there, never mind. Nice try, nice try, nice try. I appreciate the counter strike, but you are dead. They took way too many turret shots to make that happen. Oh, Tatu doesn't know. Oh, good flash. He had like a microsecond to make that happen. He was probably spamming flash the entire time he was CC'd. Yeah. Mortius and Telas, it's kind of weird because you think back to like the first series these two teams played. Like, or not the first series, but the winners finals, and Mortius Telas like stomped Marvin Giggs. And this time, like, no. Marvin Giggs only lost the Lucian lane. Everything else has been in their favor. That's crazy. The growth on Marvin is absolutely cracked, man. This guy actually is so crazy good. Oh, this one. This was so good. Takes the flash forward to get that. Oh, so good. What heal Tyrion? Did he have Thunder Sky?
Ao mesmo tempo que ele pararia e talvez ele morresse mais cedo,
I mean, it's not the worst for Tyrion because Yups didn't get the kill, so it's not like your lane gets completely shafted. No, it's just the oh, okay, it's just the world ender. Interesting. Not even sure that they lost that lane. Oh, it went even. Well, that's fair. Yeah. I actually don't remember the CS differential in the bot lane last game. I was more concerned about the mid lane differential where ASO got ahead. Against the Hui, and it's like, oh jeez, that's not gonna end well. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Mortius Telas. Yeah, Mortius has not had the impact I'd like him to have, and partially that's the way the team's been like not playing for him, but also, yeah, Telas first two games had problems. Then last game, Mortius was still not the biggest carry. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a bit of an off day. But what I can say is Marvin's playing really, really well. Yeah, this game is also one of the more, I think, even games we've seen in the early game. Pain didn't pop off. K-Stars didn't pop off yet. They're still trading blows really evenly. 20 seconds till Dragon. Second Drake. I think at this point in the game, K-Stars have a chance. They've got Malignance built up. I think Thunder Sky does more than Night's Vow as well in these teamfights. But I think Glacial Prison is better than Cease and Desist at this stage of the game. So. Oh, and Static Strip is completed from Mortius compared to Components from Marvin. Static Strip is not a great combat item unless you're Zeri, but yeah. Pain don't have vision. This basically split this way. Kate Stars don't see this. Pain don't see this. So somebody's got to step up. Good chunk onto Linkers. Really good chunk. Okay. Nice. Pain playing it slow again. They didn't look for anything extra. They had Weaver's Wall, so if they wanted, they could try and force a numbers advantage. They didn't. They just took Dragon and back out. Playing this really calmly. They don't want to throw anymore. To me, less exciting, but in a way, this is better gameplay, right? When teams know not to overextend and not to play risky for no reason. Because, like, yeah, as we laid out, K-Stars are actually in a bit of a power spike right now, in items-wise. So if Pain opt for that fight, maybe they can start at 4v3, but even if it's 4v3, I don't know if they have enough damage to one-shot somebody, and then things get dicey. So they don't want to coin flip. I appreciate that. Oh wow, I didn't even see the turret. Holy. We didn't even see like that much jungle pressure in this bot lane. Like Tatu came down I think once or twice and that was it. And Marvin gets first brick. Oh no. Okay, we trade Dragon for Herald, but Pain got 5 Void Grubs as well, and first break, so Herald's eh.
E aí, com ele tem 3. Meu Deus. Olha o Telas aqui, posicionado. Deixou a sentinelazinha.
Yo, a Millenite. I am a happy minion right now. Pain is up and winning, but we didn't get 3-0, so we actually got more games. This game so far has been pretty close. Pain is playing this really carefully, and they will not, and they have pretty decent scaling as well, so pretty happy. Didn't I watch this yesterday? No, I watched Pain Kaboom. Andre, yeah, Pain Kaboom yesterday. And that one was that one was really fun. So if anything, it made me more hyped for today. How are you doing, buddy? Had a good morning? Slept in on the weekend? Oh, there's the pet doesn't show. Nobody's here. I appreciate they tried to do the Vi Ari connection. It just really sucked for them that nobody from Pain was up there. And they're looking for cats in that specific interaction. Okay, does Cats know? Does Cats know? Cats does not know? But Tatu's here now. Okay, I think they might have seen Theiti move there, so... Yeah. Oh, okay. Whew, that was kind of close. And unfortunately for K-Stars, that comes at the expense of tempo, right? They set up the play, they sat up there for a long time, nothing happened. Meanwhile, Pain is just bouncing between waves, catching everything. Ooh. Okay. Link is opted for that, actually lost more health. And now Theiti's in a really bad position. Yep, okay. Okay, they didn't commit. Yeah, Theiti was in a really rough, sketchy position there. Could have ended really badly.
Ele passou mais de minuto parado lá, não conseguiu o pick-off, não desistiu da jogada.
All good, just got some nice cookies. Oh yeah, bro. One bad thing about this shift in timing is that a lot of these CBLOL games are happening like they start about 9 in the morning for me. So when they go to like game 4, game 5, I start getting hungry because I don't have lunch. So glad to hear that you got some nice cookies. Yes, I am happy that Pain is winning. To me, the perfect day today would be like or the perfect way CBLOL Academy ends is either 3-1 or 3-2 for Pain, where we get a series. Kate's playing well, but Pain still wins. Right now, it's looking pretty much on track for that. I'm still hoping to see a bit more from Kate Stars. This early game's been a bit quiet from them. A bit too quiet for my taste for them. Every time they cut to Yups, he's taking a turret. Yep, that's how you play the Jax. Whack, whack, whack. Okay. Can they make this happen? Can they make the dive happen? They cannot make the dive happen. No, this is not what I want to see from Kate Stars. I don't know what's going on with Kate Stars this game. They've tried like quite a few plays and it just doesn't work out for them. Oh, Tyrion flashed on the bot side looking for cats. Another play that, yeah, they keep trying to make something happen. Oh, Herald. Forgot about that. Okay. They'll get one turret from this at least. But Pain get mid-outer for how long it took without Herald. It's just not worth it. And Dragon's now spawning with no flash from Tyrion. That's going to be a problem. Can Tyrion find a good flank angle? Probably not. There's no wards to TP2 behind Pain either. Full vision control for Pain. I don't know if I like hiding in this bush. Yeah, I think we rotate here because we see people now. Okay, Taylor hops away. Nothing expended. You're still okay. K-Stars can still contest. If we cut to Yups right now, he's taking a turret, by the way. Just saying. Okay. They find cats immediately. But they burn a lot to make this happen. Can they find the re-engage? Change of corrections down. Oh! Good flash. There's one more Spirit Dash. It's gone. Ooh, can they do this? I think they can. Big ults were blown from Pain there and they didn't find anybody. Okay, they see Tyrion, they see Linkers. The minions are following, it's giving full vision. Oh! No way! And Yups gets a 4-man. Cats is respawned as well. Weaver's wall is available. They can cut this off. Yo, if Pain gets any kills here. Oh, great blast cone. Great blast cone. Okay, K-Stars actually get out. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I want to see. These sort of close, tense exchanges between the teams. That was really well played from both the teams. Until Tyrion did this. This is not so well played. Maybe? I mean, there's a TP coming in. Can Cats get out? Okay. They punch back. And Tatu's kind of low. Can Tatu get out? Yeah, he just dashes. Oh, everybody's coming after him though. Okay, that's actually not being bad for Kate Stars. That's actually not bad. 2 for 2. Hell yeah. Kate Stars will not go quietly into that good night. They're punching back. You just watched a Dota 2 pro game. It was a huge storm and the players were talking. You see, this is why we want like all chat available, but at the same time, I understand why Brian Brazil is scared to show the all chat because it's hard to censor it live. But Yap is good. Oh, that was, yeah, the insta burst comes down, which is really good. We were focused on Marvin trying to dodge everything, but you can always go on Cats too. I thought Turn into here, but Turn actually bought enough time. So it ends up being 2 for 2, which is okay. Yeah. The fact that it was a 2 for 2 though is not a good sign for K-Stars. It just means like Linkus and Tyrion are too far behind right now. Actually no, it's a 3 for 2 because they get Tatu as well, never mind. You know, no, it's 2 for 2, 2 for 2, what am I saying? It's still 2 for 2, yeah. I can't count. Caster math, OP. Yeah, super close. Only problem is, of course, you know, all the dragons that Pain picked up. They're just missing one right now for Soul. And the team fighting is so strong. K-Stars need to keep forcing picks. Like, they've got a good pick team. They've got a lot of bursts. They can just keep forcing it. The only person who can survive a pick right now is probably Tatu. Even Yups would go down, so... The hard part is trying to set up the picks right now because Yups is like perma pushing on the side. K-Stars need to keep rotating to try and catch people, but Pain has done a pretty good job in general of making sure that they get enough vision that it's really hard to actually set up enough people to get the pick. And every time you screw up, every time people set up and don't get the pick, you fall behind, right? That's what happened up top earlier. They should know that Tatu's in the area. Oh. Okay, this is... Okay, still, because they have enough bodies. They just kind of brute force that, but hey, we take it. Whatever works. Oh. Oh, okay. They keep pushing? There's another wave coming out. VKS was supposed to be you doing the picking, not you getting picked. Drake was for Pain and Jax is still scaling. Yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah. Like, that's what I said. Like, Pain still are just haunting the, like, they're still in a really good position. Like, that was good for K-Stars, but Pain still walked out the winners. And now this bot side pick, oh. Like, that's what K-Stars should be looking for, is this sort of pick, right? By the way, I have confirmed, there is a visual effect when Sejuani applies her passive, the enemy team can see it. You can also click on person and see it on their icon bar. So right there, they just didn't realize that, like, they should have known Tatu was there, but they didn't check. And this follow-up is beautiful. Yeah, just absolute punish for free. And Yups is only going to get stronger and stronger as we go on. It's going to keep scaling. Yeah, he's ahead of Tyrion right now, which is the problem. If they were even, I think Tyrion would be okay. But with Thunder Sky and with Trinity Force, Yups will just keep forcing Tyrion out of lane and then keep taking turret. I don't even think Linkus can hold lane against Yups. Like, maybe you can just wave clear as the Ahri and still be safe, but it's a little bit tough. I don't know how familiar you are to Dota Pro Team, but there's a team called OG. They're not rotating teams mid-game. So kind of like Team Liquid then, is what I'm hearing. I know OG from League, back when... I don't know if they're Origen, if they're the same organization. It might not be, because I think XPEK did the League of Legends one. So, yeah, you can see screen and screen. Like I told you, Yups is just going to start winning these fights right now. Yeah, with the item advantage, that's not okay. As the Aatrox, when you start losing that 1v1 that hard, like, yeah. And he's just going to keep taking turret. Meanwhile, this bot side fight, they're just buying time. Oh, they're actually getting kills, not just buying time. Damn, okay. Oh. Okay. Folks, I think this might be over. Like, this might just be the Pain win we need, like, to end the series right now. Like, what the hell? It was so close till it wasn't. In the last 5 minutes, everything just went to hell in a handbasket for K-Stars. They were doing well before this. Like, Kate was actually pretty even. And it's not like the scaling is bad for them. I favor Pain scaling, but I don't think it's terrible for K-Stars. I think it's just not great team fighting is all. Oh my goodness, we took a Nexus turret. Damn. Damn. Wow. Yeah, it's looking like a GG. While they were winning, it was funny. After they fell off, it was just sad. That's true. I think trash talking when you're competitive is one thing. But if you're bad and you're trash talking, then, like, hey man, you're just trolling at that point. Oh, interesting. Pain are calling for Baron. Dragon's up, and I would prefer Dragon because it's Soul. But Pain just go for Baron instead. They want to end the game. They don't care about Soul. they'll have about just under 10k gold lead after they take this. And they already have an inhib down, so understandable. I don't hate that call. Yeah, I think you just push up and take as much as you can.
Time da PEN abre mão da alma pra fazer
It's kind of huge.
e levar aquelas torres do topo enquanto vocês vão ver uma jogada que podia ser desastre maior ainda.
Marvin flashed into a wall and still managed to do all the damage that he needed to do. That's funny. Yeah, I thought they were just trying to stall on this bot side because of the push from Yups, but they actually hard committed for the fight and actually won it pretty handily too. Yeah, I think K-Stars panicked a little bit because Linkus was just trying to get back to base to stop the push as much as possible. But that means that they weren't looking to fight and they got cut by the Weaver's wall. So really well played from PEN. Yups in the side lane, you prefer Baron? Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Yeah. I personally just like Soul because Soul is like permanent buff. But yeah, with that gold lead, with the Jax being ahead, you're 100% right. Baron's the better call here. And they should be able to take another inhibitor with it. Like, you can see them just stepping up. They do not care. They are not afraid. They know Tyrion has to stop the supers up top too. So yeah, now we just bounce between mid and bot. Just bounce. And if you catch anybody, they die. Oof. Charm missed.
Vai atrapalhando o que pode a defesa do time da Cade, enquanto o Yups vai
Okay.
ele é um alvo.
Okay. Well, Morty does a lot of damage actually. Yeah, but the more that happens... Oh! Linkus had to flash to survive. That's your turret gone, that's your inhibitor gone. And then K-Stars just regroup and push up mid. Yups doesn't even bother trying to reset. Oh, he has no TP, I guess he can't reset. But yeah. Again, once your side inhibitors go down, it's a lot easier to push in and siege up mid. Okay, that's all the big... well, 3 of the big team fight outs down right now. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. They've got supers, they've got Baron, they push the end. DT trying so hard, man. It does not matter. PN Gaming did it! PN Gaming, let's go! It's the 3-1 we wanted. The fans are rejoicing. PN Gaming couldn't take CBLOL, but we'll take Academy, damn it all. It started to rain here. It's a bad day for rain for K-Stars fans. Marvin wants to hoist the trophy. It's like, guys, get here. Get here, guys, please. Yo, wait for Yups, wait for Yups. Tatu shot calling off the rift, man. Let's go, Pay. You know, after watching them perform on the rift, watching their lack of coordination try to raise the trophy is hilarious, dude. The countdown pause. Yeah, because I don't think they can hear the casters, right? So Marvin looks so happy. He deserves it, man. This guy absolutely cracked. The glow up for this team from winners finals to grand finals is insane, especially this bot lane. Like you said, Dark Knight, you know, like the fact that it felt like they won every single lane was insane. Like, absolutely huge. Spoots, you want your money back. I'm sorry, man. Hey, if it helps, I think K-Stars was the second best team in this league, like, genuinely. And I think that this last series, we didn't get to see the best out of K-Stars. This was not the same K-Stars who played winners finals. Yeah, especially this last game. Yeah, just huge for PEN though. I was honestly scared for PEN after the winners finals. They looked, I'm gonna say they looked bad after the winners finals. But this is the PEN we remember from the regular season. This is why they were first seed. This is why they're good. And in fact, actually more than that, because in the regular season, PEN was the late game team, right? Their early game was kind of weak, and they just play for late game and win all the team fights. This series, PEN won the early game. Their mid game was clean. They closed out really well. Didn't PEN lose to Kaboom? No, they beat Kaboom yesterday. It was really close. Not really. It was 3-1. But some of the games were really close against Kaboom, but they won. And in the regular season, they beat Kaboom as well. So, yeah. But huge for this team. I'm really happy for them. They played really, really well. Their macro, their coordination was what really impressed me more than anything else too. So really happy. The MVP of the finals was Cats. He deserves it, man. Cats was actually incredible. Cats is probably the best performer throughout this split for Pain. Like Marvin popped off in playoffs, but Cats has been carrying from the very beginning. But yeah, shout out to all the players on this team. Every single player was huge for Pain. There's nobody I'm looking at saying, oh, this guy got carried. All of them did at different times stepped up. Back from closing the windows Dark Knight, K got stomped bot. Yeah, they did. Which is really weird. Like I don't think this is the Mortius that we're used to seeing. Yeah, interviewing both Marvin and Cats. I'm so happy for these guys, man.
Não tô acreditando ainda. Não, eu tô acreditando sim. Ontem à noite eu fiquei sonhando com a taça, levantando essa taça linda, maravilhosa. Mano, fiquei imaginando.
Yeah, and especially like after, you know, the Marvin Mortius back and forth after winners finals and lower finals. I'm happy for Marvin that he won it and he won his lane. He got to beat Mortius. Yeah, I wonder if that will mean anything for K-Stars. I know there's talk about like, hey, is Smalley staying on for next split? Do they promote Mortius? Like, I wonder if this will affect things. The fact that Mortius kind of lost lane. Because, yeah. I mean, there's no need to swap up. I think Smalley's doing a good job on the main roster, so I don't think there's a need to swap up. But at the same time, Smalley was one of the weaker performing bot laners in CBLOL. So.
Como é que você acha que foi sua evolução ao longo do split? Que você começou novato, né, aqui?
Sim, acho que a minha evolução foi bem rápida, pra ser sincero. Titã, Sarks, Joke, BP, só lenda me ajudando, não tem como.
Oh, I heard Titan's name.
É isso, campeão. Parabéns pela sua vitória, Legolas. Vai daí agora. É isso, Tabs. Eu tô aqui contando.
Are they gonna interview all the players? Because that's kind of cool. I do think that's cool if everybody gets an interview. They certainly deserve it. Wait, is that like what she asked? Because that's actually a hilarious question. Why do you rush so fast? Is that overextension? Coach CL said, yeah, for sure. And again, same thing as what I said with like VKS in CBLOL, is that this is their first split, right? We have to remember that these rosters are put together just to split. And they did really, really, really well, right? Oh, what's Tatu gonna do? He wanted a forward roll. He's pulling a faker. Tatu. Yeah, that's a hilarious question there. Asking Marvin why overextend. That's funny. It'd be funny if Cats did the role because they're the same role.
Jogos que a gente teve no playoff, a gente tava muito confiante no nosso jogo. E, tipo, é muito gratificante depois de.
I think it's because he's like more angular, his face.
Finalmente ganhar, tipo, esse campeonato.
Yups almost looks older than Yampi.
Minha família,
but with the facial hair, they look kind of similar.
Quebrou no meio do caminho hoje. Eles não chegaram, mas eu dei o título pra eles. Tamo junto e é isso.
Que bom, é isso que importa, né?
I see the Giggs interview too. Giggs didn't look as excited as everybody else with the win for some reason. I don't know if it's just his face, maybe he's not as expressive, but...
Desde o início, o CBLOL Academy, você tá por aí. Como é que você sente a sua evolução nesse split agora que você foi campeão?
Ah, tipo, a minha evolução, tipo, eu acho que eu tô sabendo muito mais o que fazer dentro do jogo, tipo... Eu sempre tive a lane phase forte, só que agora eu tô realmente sabendo o que fazer pra
That's some story?
Tipo, graças ao jogo, o BP...
Oh, Yups' family's car broke down? Oh...
E é isso.
That dude looks like the Dota player from OG. This guy, Yups.
Então parabéns mais uma vez pra vocês, Yups. Vai daí lá.
That's yeah, that is really unfortunate if Yups is if the family couldn't come and watch. Oh, the one who did the role? Tatu. Okay, yeah.
Jogando com um novato que é um Ave. Como é que foi essa troca?
Yeah, Geeks' face like, bro, you just won. Be happier, man.
Jogar com um jogador que tá estreando agora.
Acho que
Yeah, Geeks did, like, overall, was really consistent with the engages. He was really spot on. And that last game, his Renata was actually super on point. Those handshakes were absolutely cracked. He was getting so much poke down in lane. When does CBLOL return? I actually don't know. So, okay, guys, I don't know, maybe y'all will know better than me. I saw some stuff on Twitter about how, like, I know Dantes has been posting about, like, Gringo Lao, I guess, was what he called it. So is that like replacing CBLOL? Like what's happening with the GringoLAO CBLOL thing? Is that like a separate thing, or is that now like some of the Americans are organizing CBLOL this split? There's supposed to be one coming up, Spoots. I know that much because like there's a big streamer team from NA going in. I just don't know what the details of it is. CBLOL got cancelled by Baiano? Why? What happened? I thought it was going to be huge.
Foi uma partida em que a PEN de novo conseguiu imprimir esse ritmo.
Wait, but why did Baiano cancel it? It's such a big thing. It's like the biggest the biggest like non-Riot tournament. And like it's for a good cause. Yeah, foreigners finally realizing they're talking about Brazil online. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, you guys are some of the most passionate fan base, right? Like, so it is like a key. Okay, I know that Dantes is posting about doing it. So, Spoots, if Baiano and IDL don't run it, I guess there's going to be like a North American one. I don't know how good or how it's going to be run in exchange, but there should still be something happening in the offseason. I just hope that they keep the Brazilian teams in it, or like Brazilian players involved in it, because I think a lot of what makes CBLOL as crazy and as special as it is the Brazilian players and their storylines as well. Because, yeah. Like, if you're going to run it like just North American streamers and stuff, then don't call it GringoLAO, you know? Because to me, like, the whole thing about CBLOL is the Brazilians. And if you're calling yourself Gringo, it's like, bro, then you better be doing it in a place that is that calls people Gringos, you know? Like, the rules about the qualifier, especially for one tricks, wasn't being followed and got checked by moderation. And I guess enough of it broke that they didn't want to do it anymore. That's really sad. I mean, they've done it for like what, 5 years, 6 years now, and it always worked out before. So yeah. That really sucks. Oh, I actually see on Leaguepedia now. They call it Season 1 of the CBLOL League. I'll pull it up later. Let's just look at these numbers first. Oh, okay. Yeah, Cats was highest damage. Marvin did not get to do much this game, and I don't blame him. Again, it's partially just how the your pick works against this composition, right? But Yups, shout out to Yups as well. That damage does not reflect the work that he did. After the outrage from the community, they canceled. Damn. Okay, so is Cats MVP or is Yups MVP? Probably Cats, because I know they gave him MVP for the entire finals. Yeah, Histolia definitely did a lot of work. Huge props to them. Okay, so that's the grand finals done. Pain wins something. I'm happy for that. I mean, genuinely, I actually am happy that Pain won this. I think they did really well, and they certainly deserve to win something. So this is the post from Baiano. I actually found it on Leaguepedia. So I'm just going to quickly read over it because this is really sad. Last time I got sick and was away from what I left to do most. Process at new limits. Exhausted. CBLOL was a project that he created. Always made all auditions with passion and sacrifice. No, I actually don't know Baiano's story. All I know of Baiano is that he's like a huge creator who's been doing like a lot of really good stuff for CBLOL. And the scene, he's like the biggest co-streamer, you know, like, yeah, that he's always got these crazy good ideas sort of thing. Yeah, and like he's accomplished a lot. Like CBLOL to me was always something I was very impressed by when I found out about it. Sacrifices even to make it happen, but it's very heavy. Bring innovation, creating new things, seeking new perspective. I've always sought and dedicated myself as much as possible, regardless of wear and tear. CBLOL, even though fostered, generate stress and pressure from the maturation. It's not time for it to happen. I don't want to give more details now. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this doesn't even talk about why he wanted to do that. Okay. Burnout. Yeah, burnout definitely sucks. Multiple surgeries, health problems throughout his life, even when he was a pro. Yeah. Man. That really sucks. Well, you know what? If this is what's kind of happening right now, then I kind of do hope that. Oh, IDL's not even competing in next qualifiers? Wait. That's CBLOL, right? This is not the CBLOL. This is not the IDEO team, right? Holy crap. If we lose Shrimp and Tukui, because, yeah, that's really going to suck. I'm just checking to see if he wrote about it. Okay, he didn't write anything. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But given this is the case, if it's for health issues, you know, and stress, yeah, I'm really sorry to see that happen. And I'm kind of glad in that case that if Dantes picks it up, because then at least somebody is there to carry on this charity event. Like I said, I just hope he continues to include all the like Brazilian teams, because I think this is a Brazilian project. It should stay Brazilian. If Gringos want to get involved, great, good, but you know, don't take it away from its home place. You know, yeah, I think that's where I stand on that. But yeah, that's it for the regular season, or for the first split of CBLOL and CBLOL Academy. From here on out, it's going to be MSI, and MSI starts next week already. Like in what, 4 or 5 days from now? 1, 2, 3, 4 days. We're going to start seeing that. So yeah, I'm hyped for that. I'm excited for that. Keep an eye out for, you know, any podcasts or prep stuff that happens for MSI. And yeah, I'm not going to be co-streaming MSI. We do not have rights to do that, but I will probably still post about it, or maybe like chat about it in the CBLOL public Discord. Links will be in the video somewhere below on YouTube, I think. Pretty sure we got the video, the links there. So come join us there, and we can talk about MSI as well. Thanks all of you for dropping in today. It was really fun. This last weekend, the 4 days straight, has been really, really good. Yesterday had some really banger games. Today, I know the games weren't probably as bangers yesterday, but hey, they were still good games. Love to see the talent growing. And yeah, I'll see all of y'all around. Thanks for dropping by. Peace and bye-bye.